Hello, everyone. John Hendricks here alongside the traveling Ross Jackson, Second and Saints. We got our live stream here for the Bucs and Saints season finale. Ross is looking fresh. He's got the fresh off of the awesome little Saints pregame show that you did, and he's doing the postgame show. What's going on, man? Where
What's
you
up,
headed?
man? I'm straight up just going to go get some coffee, my man. That's really it. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'm gonna go back to the studio, then I'm gonna switch to my laptop, and then we'll be good to go.
Ah,
But yeah, man, I needed some coffee for sure.
yeah. No, dude, I feel you, man. So we won't mention the brand on here, but I'm with you. I need some coffee too. Always. I can always say yes to coffee. So that's good, man. So glad to see you looking fresh. Glad to see you looking smiling, all that stuff. Look, for fans in here, it's almost over, right? Saints game. This is the last one. I'm got the Fox broadcast up right now, and they're doing the an FBI update for the Saint. I mean, for
Mm,
the city and stuff, which is obviously way more important right now. But look for New Orleans today. Look, we talked about it on our game preview, Ross. That nobody's expecting the Saints to win this game, right? Like
yeah.
it's, but it is a chance to get more information off of this one. No Alvin Kamara in this one. He was doubtful coming in. Not surprised that he's not playing. Not surprised that Chris Olave is not playing or Pete Warner or anything like that. So,
hmm
I mean, we've talked about it. I guess the thing is, how ugly can it get, and how did the Saints not make it get that ugly?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest thing is, yeah, I think you're going to hope that if it does start to get ugly, that maybe Tampa takes the foot off the brakes a little bit because they got to start to get ready for the playoffs and all those other things. So you're hoping it doesn't get too ugly. I think the thing that the Saints have to do, honestly, like the one thing they have to do to keep this game from getting ugly over on the defensive side is tackle, right? And I don't mean that like, oh, they don't tackle, blah, blah. But what all that I'm saying is like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are second in the NFL in yards after catch this season, and so tackle like you're gonna have to do that because that's the this one will get away from you quick if you start having those big breakaway moments, right?
Yeah, yeah. Look, anything, Mike Evans. I mean, you've touched on it. We've touched on it, but 11 straight 1,000-yard seasons is something that he can get today.
Yeah, needs 85 yards.
85 yards. There's no Marshawn Lattimore on the other side. The Saints have not been good against the run. They're not good defensively. I mean, this should be pretty easy for Mike Evans, but look, that could be the only real moral uniform or moral victory that you could
That's the
have here, I
thing,
guess. I
right?
mean, that's it. But other than that is keeping the Falcons out of the playoffs. I mean, of course, we'll be watching that game as it transpires too. But it's y'all, it's a long off season ahead, but I think it's actually going to be pretty exciting, as it always
Yeah,
is. It's a somber feeling when it ends. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
there's a lot of things that go into the off season, and look, I'm looking forward to it. I know people have already, like, I'm sure you saw that photo that has circulated, right, from Jay Kaner
Yes,
with John
yes.
Gruden,
The John
Foster
Gruden
Moreau, and
party.
Derek Carr. Everybody has, and we talked about John Gruden. Look, if you
hmm
haven't seen past episodes, if you didn't see our game preview, we've touched on John Gruden. We've actually put all of that out there. So I'm not saying we won't talk about it on this show, but we have already discussed that kind of. So we're kind of moving forward a little bit there. But interesting that would come up too.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And the timing of it's so kind of weird and everything too, like for that to happen like this week and all. And so I don't know. It's a weird situation, but like you said, it's not a surprising one that he would potentially be considered, right? Like
Yeah.
we know that to be the case. It's surprising for reasons off the football field, just from an NFL standpoint. We got to kind of see where things go with that. But if he's somebody that other teams are going to be looking at, you can absolutely expect the New Orleans Saints to also be no pun intended, but in that number, right? Like you get one, don't hate me for that one, right? I did what I had to do.
No, no, it's good. You're
Uh,
good.
you get one. I think you said it the other day. You get one team that interviews them, and then all of a sudden everybody goes like, okay, 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 now we can do it too.
Yeah,
That whole
it's
thing.
like, is it safe to come out? You know what I mean? Like
Right?
that's
Yeah,
literally
yeah, yeah.
the vibe here. So
Exactly.
yeah, and again, look, for John Gruden, I expect the Saints to cast a wide net, right? Like
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. And look, bringing this one up to Matt
Well, you want to
Nagy
talk about a
isn't.
wide net?
Look, I get it, Kansas City, all this other stuff, but I think it's more to do with Andy Reid. But look, again, these are the people that they're going to bring in, whether they're
Right.
serious about them or not. I don't know, but this is an offensive-minded guy, I guess, if you want to call it that. And again, some of the names that are going to come up, people aren't going to like, right? But at the same time, I don't. I would be surprised at this point if a Ben Johnson interviews with the Saints, right? Like, I'm not saying that he won't, but I kind of believe that Ben Johnson's sights should probably be set higher, given
Yeah.
some stuff that's come out. But Nagy's a guy that has come up. His Bears tenure didn't really go the greatest. But what do you make of that one?
Yeah, I think like so I went back and I just looked at everything that happened in Chicago yesterday because I was writing kind of the report on this, or writing a story on Diana Rossini's report that included Matt Nagy. I want to give her credit.
Yep.
But the thing with Matt Nagy is that the first year in Chicago, he went 12-4, was coach of the year, got Chicago to the playoffs, and then Vic Fangio left in the offseason. And then things just kind of trickle down from there very quickly, right? I think he finished like,
Yeah.
let me see if I can remember these numbers. I think he was like 34-31 over the course of his career, and then he was 22-27 those last three seasons, including the 6-11 season at the end of the year before he was ousted at the end of the season. Um, to finish it. And so, not great, not great. But everything that everybody said was he was a great culture guy. He just wasn't the offensive mind. Like some people even split him into two categories. They would talk about Matt Nagy. Like anytime they would talk about Matt Nagy, they would say, well, Matt Nagy, the coach, was this, but Matt Nagy, the offensive mind or the offensive schemer or the offensive play caller, was this. And so they would literally separate the dichotomy of Nagy in
Mm.
those situations. So I could see New Orleans looking at that and saying, okay, talk to him, see what he's got to say about culture building and all that kind of stuff. Keep Clint Kubiak, let him be the offensive guy, but let Matt Nagy be the culture builder. It's not too terribly dissimilar from Mike Vrabel, but I think Mike Vrabel would be more successful. So
Yeah.
that's me trying to understand like the reasoning behind it. I still don't think it would be a good hire, if I'm being honest. But if you're going to cast a wide net in the interviews, then you don't just interview the favorites, right? You
Right.
interview some of the other guys that are out there to figure things out. And maybe sometimes you talk to one guy to learn a little bit more about another guy and everything like
Yeah.
that. So there's a couple different ways that this can all go. But that's kind of my initial thoughts on it is if you're hiring him as a culture builder, I get it, but there's a better option. But at the same time, talk to all the options.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, and for those who are on the TikTok stream, Second and Saints on YouTube, if you want to keep up, or on X at John J. Hendricks. But look, it's one of those things with Nagy. All I can think of is the picture, the meme,
I
from
know it.
the
I
Buck.
know it.
I mean, the Bears
Yeah.
Eagles game. Like again, when I think of a culture builder, that's why I like the guy like Mike Vrabel, because
Yeah.
he's a no
Yeah.
nonsense type of guy. He's a
Yep.
Super Bowl champion. He's somebody that can come in and change the face of the franchise in a lot of
Yep.
ways. Now, whether he is the guy, I think it's interesting to see what happens in New England, first of all, with Gerard Mayo, but he's interviewed with the Jets and such. I think that's obviously a big one because they need to hire a GM there in New York as well. So
Yeah.
that's something to keep an eye on for sure. But look, I think that with Nagy, again, some of these names you're not going to like. You know what I mean? Like Joe Brady at one point was the betting favorite. I don't know if they're going to interview Joe Brady. I don't know if they're going to interview John Gruden, but like these names that keep coming up, like the answer is probably yes. Like they're going to have a lot of these guys. Darren Rizzi's going to be one. Aaron Glenn's going to be another one. There's always that surprise mystery
Yeah.
candidate, right? Like
Oh
some
yeah.
of our guys, nobody's really talking about them that we've mentioned a little bit here. I saw Sarkeesian on here too. I don't know
Whoa,
that
what
you
a
totally
name.
hate
What
it.
a pull.
Yeah, that's it. That's a
I
good
like
one. That
that.
one's from Michael on there. Any thoughts on him?
No, but that's the thing is like, and I don't mean that rude. I just mean like I've literally put no thought into into him, and what that shows you is like there's more names than you consider. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't mean that in a like a disrespectful way to him. He's just not somebody that I've really like put my nose to the grindstone on and try to like evaluate or anything like that, or not evaluate. That's not my job, but develop an opinion of and
sure.
stuff. And so I'm real interested. That's an interesting name. But that's the thing. Like you look at the offensive coordinator search from last year. They interviewed 11 people, and there were names on there like Mike Sullivan and Dan Pitcher, who no one really knew of. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And everything. And those guys didn't get hired, but they showed interest in that they interviewed those
Yeah,
guys in the early portion of it and stuff like that. So I would say that like a big part of it is, you know, if you're gonna if you really like drive the fishing the fishing analogy home, if you're gonna cast a wide net, you're probably gonna end up with some undesirables amongst your group, but that doesn't mean that that's the one you got to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you can throw that one back. And so that might be what we see here, to where you'll cast that wide net and some might get thrown back, we don't know, and
yeah.
some might get caught again, and then whatever and everything like that. But only one's got to be the catch. Only one's got to be the catch.
Right. And hopefully it's the good catch, right? And
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I think
yeah.
what people are afraid of. And we talked about this again on our game preview. We've talked about Aaron Glenn for the past several episodes. We talked about it during the stream. We did his Packers because we didn't have anything else to do because the Saints weren't doing anything. But like I just think that people are with this stigma of it's Dennis Allen 2.0, and I think there's some pushback to be had there,
Yeah.
and I don't think he's just a yes man or anything like that. I get where everybody's kind of going on this thing, but remember last year nobody wanted New Orleans offensive coordinator job, and now everybody's saying nobody wants New Orleans head coaching position, and they're going to
Oh
line up
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
yeah,
guys. Like
yeah.
it's going to be that way. Don't just buy what people just put out there on the surface just to put crap out there. Like it is a good destination in a lot of ways, but it's going to take a lot of heavy lifting to get this team back on track. But it's not
Yeah.
going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen next year. It probably won't happen the season after that. But I would expect that from here you have anywhere to go but up. Like I hopefully would say that they can't be worse than what they are, but at the same time, if they can equal next year with this output, I don't know if that's a win, but I think I say whoever comes into it is going to have some patience on their side too.
Yeah. The throws of the NFL are tough to navigate, man. It's tough to
Whew.
navigate. Gotta
Yeah.
gotta gotta figure it out. But
Yep. Did you get your coffee yet?
I'm gonna go get my coffee right quick, and I'm
Go
gonna
get
hop
your
back in.
coffee,
That sound
bro.
all
The
right?
game's
All
about
right,
to
all
start. They're doing all the pregame stuff. Looks like the Saints got locking arms right now. They're doing a moment of silence for everything on Bourbon Street. We'll do the same.
yeah. I'll be back.
Yeah, good to see. I love those shirts that Darren Rizzi is wearing. So I hope to see some of those to where we can actually get them. But anyway, so Ross will be back. He's going to get him some coffee. He's fresh because he's doing the Saints pregame show. Other inactives for the Saints, just real quick before they get to kickoff. Willie Gay Jr. is not playing. He's got a shoulder injury. Pete Warner was previously ruled out. No Mason Tipton again. This is kind of one of those that are a little bit bizarre too. Because he was a training camp guy that everybody loved, and he's just kind of disappeared. And same thing with Christian Boyd. So I was really hoping to see more of these guys, but I mean, unfortunately, it's just not going to happen today. So we're going to pull the game feed up here, and hopefully I can still do everything I'm supposed to because we're getting kickoff here shortly. And Ross and I will be here the whole time. I'll be here for sure. So at any rate, look, Tom Brady's calling his game. It's crazy to think that we're already here, in covering the NFL for as long as I have and covering the scene for as long as I have. It doesn't get any easier, I guess, in a sense, because you just put in so much work and grind during the NFL season. And look, it's nothing compared to what NFL players do, right? But, for perspective, a lot of people think, oh, well, what are you going to do now that the offseason is over? Well, we got a coaching search for starters, and we've got a lot of things to cover. Like this team's got a lot of directions it can go, and there's a lot of things to talk about. We got the Senior Bowl coming up. We've got East-West Shrine Bowl. We're going to have the HBCU Legacy Bowl. You've got also NFL Combine, the owners meeting. Like each month has some steps to it. So on Saints News Network, Sports Illustrated, I'll be sure to put those out for you so fans can understand, hey, here's the timeline of what to look at for this game. But look, for the Saints, again, I'd be surprised at what happens today. I don't know that they're going to be able to do too much. But stranger things have happened. So I'll be here. I did forget to put something out here, so let me get that up. And hope everybody's doing well and having a fine Sunday. For me, it's noon. Depending on where you're at. If our West Coast support's on here, it's 10 a.m. That's kind of nice being able to wake up and kind of watch football. And if you have questions during the stream you'd like us to answer, be sure to drop those too, because we will try to answer as many as we can throughout this, because again, I don't know what to expect. I hope to see Spencer Rattler play pretty well. I think Ross and I talked about this, saying that, look, what we really want to see out of Spencer Rattler is, and this offense is playing and get over 20 points, because they have not been good offensively. Like, they're just not doing the things like they should. And look, I don't know if that's more indicative on Clint Kubiak or because of the injuries, but I think the way the Saints look at it, it's because of the injuries, right? Like, if you had more, you'd be able to do more. And again, I don't know that it's as simple and black and white as no Clint Kubiak next year, right? Like, I just think that they like this offensive scheme. They think they can work, and they think that they've seen it work, obviously, with the first two games. And that's kind of scary, right? Because if you're living on believe land or what's possible land, I think that's very, very dangerous territory to be in, just because that doesn't assure you of any type of success, right? And I think there's been a lot of play calling. Like, look, guys, you saw against the Raiders, that double pass seemed like what was that, right? Like, what was that? That was just a desperation type thing. And I hated that call. Like, I just don't understand why you would reach into that bag of tricks and say, oh, well, it worked once in that game, let's try this again. That just seems like a desperate act from a team who just doesn't have any answers. So I don't know. We'll see. Kickoff's coming right here. Again, 5-11 Saints, should be 5-12 after this. And here's the thing, despite whether they win or lose, which they're going to end up losing, they're going to end up staying kind of in that 8, 9, or 10 range of the draft. They can't move up into the top 5. Strength of schedule is part of that, all sorts of things. So look, it's yeah, line of score prohibitive, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, it's a 14-point favorite for the Bucs right now. I'd be surprised if the Saints cover that and such, but crazy things happen. We're about to kick off right here, and we'll see who gets the ball first. Watching it on Fox, watching it with you guys. Might be a little bit ahead. Looks like the Saints are receiving, so we'll see Spencer Rattler up first. Saints had elevated Clyde Edwards-Helaire for this game and Miller Bradford. I'd expect Bradford probably be more on special teams, and I would expect to see a lot more of Clyde Edwards-Helaire in this game too. And so I think that's just kind of what the natural progression, having no Kendre Miller or anything like that. And look, you guys will see some of the updates on here right now, and like where this comes in. I'm trying to point like you guys can see it, but it's where the NFL official stats feed comes in and goes from there. So Spencer Rattler's up. Looks like formation. You've got Wilson Jr., Marquez Valdez-Scantling in there, Jamal Williams starting at tailback, Juwan Johnson. That offensive line, it should be similar to what they had last week. Shane Lemieux. Actually, they went with Landon Young at left guard, which I think is probably a better move, because Oli Udoh struggled. I mean, this guy had a false start in pregame warmups. I've never seen that before. So anyways, Ross is back. Hey, Ross, just time for the first snap.
Hey, yo, we
Play
out
fake,
here.
Rattler, and nothing. Well, got hit by Yaya.
Yeah, Diaby.
Yeah, already a
Not to
great
be
start. He
slept on.
rolled out on his first pass, and just nothing there. So they
You're
put
gonna
Oli Udoh
see
as a starter, but it's actually Landon Young on the broadcast. That's pretty funny.
good call going with Landon Young, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna do that a lot with him, with Spencer. They're gonna roll him out. They're gonna get him outside the pocket. He's amongst the NFL's leader in designed rollouts so far this season.
There's that blitz on second down that you were
Mhm.
expecting, but nice job by Rattler finding Cedric Wilson Jr. to set up a third and manageable, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Right, looks like that's a good one. But they sent the house. What was the stat you were talking about that the Bucs specifically and Spencer Rattler?
Yeah, number 3 in the NFL, the Bucs are in terms of sending the blitz, 36%. And Rattler amongst the 40 quarterbacks that have taken 200 or more dropbacks so far this season has been under pressure
Yeah, it's crazy.
42% of the time, which is the most out of that
That's,
group.
that's pretty wild. 3rd and 3. Looks like you're playing a little press on there. Direct snap to Jordan Mims on the outside with Trevor Penning out in front. That's a good one. Nice little
Okay.
first down there. Okay, that's a good
Last
little
game
bit
of
of
the year,
wrinkle for
Bob.
Kubiak.
No need to
All
hold
right.
anything back now.
Yeah, right. Last game of the year. Can't hold anything back. We know. That's a pretty good play design there. No, it's a direct snap. Kind of like I don't know, say, yeah, direct snap to Mims, and he's going around the outside. Penning, look, I know some people have kind of said Penning's season hasn't been great, but I thought he's actually been pretty decent. Like maybe not so much in pass pro, but I don't think he's been as terrible as we thought he would be going into training camp.
I think he started stronger than he finished, but I think he's had a really good season.
Yeah, yeah. Edwards-Helaire's first carry looks like he lost 1 or 2 yards. Pitch to the right. Well, it'd just be nice to see them actually have a possession where they control the clock a little bit too here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and trying to get away from those negative plays, man. Like they give themselves so many of these negative plays.
yep. 2nd and 11 now. Rattler's in the gun. Back to pass. Short, quick one to Jawan Johnson. Looks like slip there. Johnson has some nice yak. He's across Bucs territory about the 40, 39-yard line. Good little play. Nice job by Jawan. He had a tough game last week. He had the drop. And look, I don't know if Jawan's back next year, but that was a good play for him to show on tape for anybody who's looking at him next year or in the offseason. I think he leads the team. No, not leads the team. Isn't it Alvin that leads the team right now in catch or yards?
I think so, in yards, yeah.
All right. Rattler. Looks like Williams is in the backfield. Some trickery, a double reverse type situation. Nothing there. Rattler checks it down to Cedric Wilson Jr. Picks up about 7.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Like when you run those trick plays,
Yeah.
it's very rare that you run those trick plays and get something respectable out of it. You're either getting something big or it's falling apart. So that's a good 7-yard gain. Sorry, I'm turning my camera off so I don't have to look up at my face.
No, you're good. Jet sweep to MVS, and then he pitches it to Wilson Jr. and rolls out. And he gets back to Rattler, who finds Wilson Jr. for pretty decent gain. I mean, a few yards. It wasn't like a negative play, so that's good. Edwards-Helaire's second carry gets a few more. Actually, keeps going. First down inside the 15. Or no, the 25. Sorry.
Nice drive.
That's a good little run by Clyde. He shows he got more left in the tank. You said it. He told you he wanted to stay in New Orleans, and that's kind of his desire. But that's a good little run for him. How quick and elusive he is. He's right there in a pile, and he just comes out of it and then able to break some tackles, make some moves, and keep turning.
Bad.
I mean, I don't know who this offense is right now. I don't know if they're going to finish this, but this is somewhat encouraging under Spencer Rattler. 1st and 10 now, about the 28. I'm sorry. Edwards-Helaire inside the 20 now. Saints be in the red zone. We don't have no fancy sponsors for red zone stuff. Sorry, y'all. Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
The red zone.
For 15. Yeah, red zone. Here we go.
The red zone.
3 carries for 15 yards for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Jordan Mims 1 for 6. Rattler's 3 of 4 for 30 yards. Juwan Johnson 1 catch, 19 yards. Cedric Wilson 2 targets, 2 catches, 11 yards. So 2nd and 6 upcoming for the Saints. 8-play drive, 51 yards right now. They've used over 4:15 on the clock. Toss left to Jamal Williams, gets some yards. It's a pretty good run from Jamal. He's closer, about 3rd and 2. This is a crazy drive to be putting up on against a better team on the road.
Yeah.
I know it's crazy what happens at Raymond James sometimes, but and now here's the big thing: 3rd and 2 now. Can they? Because they sucked in 3rd down last week. Like they've been bad in 3rd down for a couple of games now. So I'm interested to see if they can pick this one up. Nice little hesitation. Oh, Valdez-Scantling slipped on his little short out to the right. He's going to lose yards. Blake Groupie going to come in for a field goal attempt. So Uh, so that's really something. Loses a yard, so now it's fourth and 3 from the Tampa 16. So I'll go
That
with the
stinks.
field goal. Fourth and
That
4.
stinks. I mean,
Sorry.
take the points. It's the right thing to do there. Just thinks they couldn't punch that in
Yeah.
and really build off that one. So I've got a little bit of a challenge here ahead of me, John.
Mm,
Um, my goal was to come back to the studio where we shoot the pre and post game
field
show
goal's
to watch
good.
said game.
Saints is up 3-0.
All right, there you go. However, the door to the studio is now locked, and Ross can't get in. I got locked out like Jamal Adams.
Oh my gosh.
I'm out here.
Well,
I'm out here pounding
hope
on the door like, let me in, let
can
me
you
in.
call somebody?
So,
Hello.
so I'm gonna jump off again real quick. I'm sorry to do it, but
No, you're good.
I'm gonna jump off, make a phone call, and then I'll be back in not on my phone anymore.
Yeah.
I'll see
Look,
you soon.
yeah, go for it. Not a bad first drive for the Saints. Spencer Rattler. I mean, that was. I would love to have seen them finished. I think that would have been really nice to see for Clint Kubiak and Spencer Rattler, all this other stuff. But that third down play, just that footing on that grass, sometimes that happens, and so you know, missed opportunity there. But of course, we'll see how this game progresses. And now the shift goes on the Saints defense because they've not been good this year. And I expect Baker Mayfield to cook in this one. I expect this one to be a pretty easy day for him in some aspects, but you know, there's no telling what's going to happen. But 11 play drive, 54 yards, 5:44 on the clock is what it took up. Blake Grupe kicks a 35-yard field goal. Pretty decent season for Blake Grupe, I'd say. Something that we don't totally appreciate, but I'd be interested to see if Charlie Smith challenges him in the next offseason. I think that'll be something to pay attention to. And again, for those who are on TikTok, join us on Second and Saints YouTube page or on my X at John J. Hendricks. But hey, if you're here, I know it's probably a little bit weird, but we're trying a few different things out here. So, all right, let's see what we got here in the comments. Falcons up 3-0. Thank you, Paul. Yes, they are 3-0. Quarter one, 11:08. Other scores: Indianapolis 7-0 over Jacksonville. If you're in the betting world, and Alec Pierce from Joe Flacco. Houston's up 7-0 right now. Nico Collins from CJ Stroud. Hey, they put up more points than they did last week. That wasn't that hard. I don't know how you put up 2 points. That's crazy. But again, the Saints got shut out. So, anyways. All right, so we're getting ready for kick. Man, I love those NOLA shirts. I know some people have asked how to get them. I don't know yet, but I would. If I hear anything, I will let you know. But I think those are pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right, let's go back to the Saints game because that's the one we're looking at. Cedric Wilson Jr. on the kick coverage. Great kick coverage by Rico Payton. Boy, he's looked good. Man, that's an awesome play by Rico Payton. On Sean Tucker. Great play. Man, I again, you talk about a season of not so much, but all right, here we go. Baker Mayfield's up. Rico Suave Payton. Yeah. Mayfield will swing pass out to the right. Good tackle by Anthony Orji, who is getting some play time because no Willie Gay Jr. and no Pete Werner. And Nephi Sewell's also in there. That is great to see. Nephi Sewell, man, what a great story. His rehab from that ACL, because it was on that same field last year that his season ended with that ACL injury on that special team. So, hate to see stuff like that, but it's definitely a better start defensively than I definitely expected. Kool-Aid on the outside to the right. Looks like Mike Evans out up top to the right. Alante on him. Not Alante. Jaden McMillan gets you the catch. Got a pretty decent gain, but there is a flag that dreaded laundry. Let's see what we got here. Defensive holding. Oof. Way to go. Defensive hold on Ugo Amadi. So doesn't matter on the play. I mean, doesn't matter on the penalty, really. They're going to take the play there. Jalen McMillan gets involved. Bucs have a fresh set of downs. So this is a thing. The Saints defense just has not been where they need to be. And I expect a big house clean in the offseason. And not just because they get a new defensive coach or whatever the case or whoever they do. Hi, Molly. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in to us and coming in. And thank you to all those who are in our live stream right now. McMillan with another catch. It looks like, no, he dropped that one. Will Harris there. Will Harris is another one I'd look at keeping for sure. I just don't know, because I think with the Saints defense, you could make the argument easily that every position should be looked at, and they might just change out as many pieces as they can. I don't know if that's the call. I have liked what Will Harris has brought to the table. I think he's been making a lot of his opportunities. I was expected to see a little bit more from Jordan Howden this season. You know, I don't know that Tyron's had the greatest season that he's wanted, but it's kind of how it goes. And here goes Bucky Irving, the decent gain to the right. Sets up a third down now for the Bucs. Under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter, so yeah, it's really good. And hi, Timothy. How is it going? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Ross will be back. He got locked out of the Saints studio, so hopefully he figures that out and stuff. But you got me. I'll be here. So I've got plenty of multitasking abilities, and we'll see. Another one to think about is interesting is Chase Young. Look, he was a beast in training camp. I don't know if his price tag, if you can get him back in the building or not. I think they'll make the attempt to try to get Chase Young back in. And as we talk about him, oh, he's right there. Mayfield escapes, does some improv, and gets it out for a first down. And the Bucs keep their drive going. Third down defense. The almost sack or almost pressure. I mean, Cam's right there coming up. Mayfield senses it, gets out of the way, avoids Chase Young, and then takes off, improvises. Matthew and Damari Davis looking at it. Matthew just misses the ball, and Mayfield finds an open receiver, and first down Bucs. Just like that. LJ says linebackers horrible and missing. I don't know if it's horrible. I don't think Damari Davis is going to retire. I don't get that sense at all. I think for the linebackers, there's some opportunity there. I'm not saying that they need to massive upgrade. Great stop on first down. That's a massive hitting. Nephi Sewell and Anthony Orji right there. I think with linebackers, though, I still don't know why this team signed Willie Gay Jr. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean that in a disrespect to Willie, but we were told he was going to have this one role all the season, all beginning, and then he just hasn't been on the field. Like, whether it's because the Saints play nickel or whatever the case may be, like, he just has not played a lot of football. And I thought he would be so different for this team and make a huge difference, but I just haven't. I just don't think they've made the impact, and I don't think it's Willie Gay Jr.'s fault for not making that impact. But he's out with a shoulder injury. Oh, that's a drop. That's a bad drop over there. Is that Sterling Shepard? Yep. 3rd and 11 now for Tampa. Look, they're favored to win by 14 points. I think that Tampa will struggle a little bit, but I expect them to pull away at some point. Like, look, they know what's at stake right now. It's 3-0 Atlanta with 7:53 left to play. Carolina has the ball right now. So I'm interested to see what Atlanta does because they're playing at home. Carolina could play spoilers and upset. 3rd and 11 right now. Got extra DBs on the field. Jordan Howden's out there. Ugo's out there. Mayfield from the gun. Quick out to McMillan. Great play by Demario Davis to blow that up. It's going to put the Bucs off the field. Great job. But yeah, I think Demario is back. Now, again, I think he's going to be. That's awesome. Tom Brady says, I would have loved to play with a guy like Demario Davis. I think a lot of people are like that. I think so. LJ asks a personnel change or scheme change. I don't know. I think that's a big one to decide on. Like, do they bring in a guy who's going to do a 3-4? I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, gosh. Somebody just obliterated the punter. That's going to be a penalty. Isaiah Stallbird. I don't know what happened there, but we'll see. I don't know if that was running into the punter or what. Hey, there he is.
They let me in.
Hey, there we go.
They let me
I don't know if you
in.
just saw that one. It looks like Isaiah Stallbird ran into the punter. I don't know if it's roughing or running.
Ooh. Yeah, I just saw it. I don't know if that's going to be roughing or running.
Weird snap.
Yeah. Usually
he almost got it, but he just ran into him.
Yeah. Usually it's only roughing if they get the plant foot, but he kind of got the whole hip.
It's a 5-yard penalty. It's just running into the kicker. He almost got it.
Almost. It had us in the first half.
I like this question from LJ. We can tackle that at some point, but asking about a personnel change, like, do you think this team could move to a 3-4 if they go to a defensive coach? Because that's another thing to think about.
Yeah, they could. Certainly, it would come down to what it is that defensive coach wants and what their scheme is and everything. But they definitely could do that. It would take some time because then that would mean that they'd also need to get the they'd have to get the personnel right and all that other stuff. But
yeah, certainly something they could do. All right, with 3 up, that's a long field goal by Chase McLaughlin, 52, and the extra penalty yardage gives them the first score of the game. So 3 up. 3 up.
Hold up.
Yeah, I'd be interested. I know they tried the 3-4 a long time ago.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. Bye, Ross. No, things happen. I don't know. I mean, it could be a thing where we'll see what the personnel is going to be. I think some of it dictates on the personnel. Do you have enough linebackers? Do you have enough guys that can do what they need to in a 3-4 to make it work? Do you have the pass rushers to make it work? I mean, there's a lot of questions on how that can work out.
There we go.
Hey, there he is again.
I had my AirPods selected, but it was still playing your audio through my laptop. I couldn't figure out why I was doing that. So
technology, man. Technology is a heck of a drug.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You can hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine, man. So
okay,
hopefully
cool.
I'm not echoey and stuff. I know I'm doing the no AirPod approach.
No AirPod game right now for John out here.
All right. So not a too bad of a first drive for the Saints defense. DeMario blew that play up on 3rd down. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was big.
I was saying while you're gone that I don't think this is DeMario's last year by any means. I think he's going to be back next year.
Yeah.
He's just one of those many that I feel like is going to be back. So.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I think all 3 of them are back, if I'm being honest.
I'd agree. I think they'll figure out a way to
defensive
get Cam.
guys.
Yeah, I figure there'll be a way to get at Cam, and then they'll figure out a way with Tyron. Now, here's the thing. The price tags might have to come down a good bit, considerably. I don't know if Tyron's a guy that you play full-time, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like – and I'm not saying that that he shouldn't play full-time or anything like that, but they got to look at everything, right? But I think he's a strong leader in the building, and you can't just get rid of all your leaders. Like, you saw what happened in 2014. We've talked about that. I don't think that's the play. I do not think so.
Yep. Yeah, I got to agree with you on that.
The field goal, and it's tied at 3.
Yeah, there's one big equation that we've all left out of. What is Gordon Ramsay doing in New Orleans? Sorry. What's happening here? He's like in New Orleans East?
Maybe he's cooking.
They let Gordon go to the East? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
I always knew Gordon had some hood in him. Always knew that. Yeah, the thing about that we kind of have all left out of the, hey, Saints have to lose in order for the Falcons to not get into the playoffs factor is that the Falcons still have to beat the Panthers. And that's not a given. That's not a given.
Stallbird getting an earful from Darren Rizzi.
Oh, yeah, he'll let him know.
Also, Darren Rizzi, I don't think likes the call, but, Man. Now they put the Carolina game up, or the Falcons-Panthers game. All right, Saints opening up in the gun. Is that Clyde? I think it's Clyde, right? Nice little pass protection there. Tried deep to Juwan, flag on the play. Oh, look, Charlie Smith cameo in there at the end.
That's awesome.
Offsides on the Bucs. Give them a 1st and 5 now.
Oh, yeah, that was about as easy as a call as he can be. He was in the neutral zone the whole way.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We're going to do this thing again to where you're going to see the plays and I'm going to be the replay guy.
Okay, yeah. I mean, hey, that's not a bad thing.
Because I'm pretty far behind you.
That's okay.
You had said that
Delaire was there on some pass protection. I think that was pretty good for him to show off of.
That's big. It's a big part of what gets you on the field as a running back and on this team. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Ingram was the guy for a long time. Quote of the day. Always knew Gordon had some hood in him.
I'm telling you.
I love it. Oh, man. All right, so 2nd and 4 now. Rattler under center. Pettis in motion. Looks like false start on Trevor Penning.
Oof.
So you get some yards, and now you lose some yards. False start, Penning.
Yeah, man.
Back
It's
him
the
up,
negative
2nd and
plays,
9.
right? So this is what they refer to in the post-game pressers as the self-inflicted wounds, right? The mental errors, or the MEs they call them, and everything, to where they get a little bit of momentum or they start to do something and then they got to take a step back. Now, the good news that this happened on 2nd down, so getting to a 2nd and 9 is better than having to go to a 3rd and 9. Like if that happens on 3rd and 4, it's even worse.
Yeah,
but
that's what's hard. That's what's really difficult on it. So.
Yeah. So now I would come into this play just focused on getting to a 3rd and manageable.
Well, it's not going to happen because Rattler got bumped. He tried Pettis over the middle, and that was on the ground. So, oh, look at the Bears pull off the trick punt. Oh man, you'll get to see it shortly. Look at that! Wow, shades of the Rams, and was it Stedman Bailey? I think.
Yeah, Stedman Bailey. Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 9 now. Hey, Dolan Holker's in the game. He does exist.
There you go.
He's actually not in there as a decoy. Can he actually get a target, though? That's the fun part.
Oh, I love those kinds of punt moments.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holker in there for extra protection. Good ball over the middle to Juwan. Nice ball. Saints pick up the 1st down. Juwan, man, going off already. He did last year in Tampa.
Juwan, man.
You'll love this one. That was a good zip by Rattler. Wow, what a window. Whew.
It's a 3-by-1 on the left side. Get the snap. You got a little nice little 3-level concept. Great ball. Yeah, that was excellent.
LJ says a Holker sighting in this economy?
In this economy?
Yeah, he was in there for protection. Rattler, another pass. MVS over the middle. $3 right there. And they got 2 that are shaking up. On a secondary that's already hobbled. That's not particularly good.
Yeah, not great.
Nice catch by Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
We
good
have
route. Real good route. Good ball. I like how Rattler's making quick decisions here too. Like it's developing for him fast, and he's able to do it. So I like that.
Smart by Marquez to just go down, honestly. Yeah. Like the defenders trying to headhunt and everything, like over and over again this year, and just go down. He's like, "Yep, I'm gonna just."
Yeah, Jamal Williams gets about 1. Look, I'd be surprised if Jamal's back next year, but it's just one of those that's like they're not going to pick up a ton of money by cutting Jamal. You know what I mean? Like he's one of the few players that you can swing a few, like maybe $1 million or $2 million.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 point something million.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think that's a mutual split.
Yeah,
I think it's a very mutual situation there.
Ooh, nice little shovel pass to Foster. They faked the outside to Jordan Mims there with flags down. Probably a legal shift, if I had to guess. It's that shovel to Foster like what they used in New England. They've used it a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
an eligible man downfield on Taliesin Fuanga wipes that play out. So.
He's been called for a few of those.
So instead of picking up 3, they lose 5.
Usually when he gets called for those, it's a touchdown, though. So at least that's not the case this time. You had noticed that? There's been a couple, there's been a couple of Alvin Kamara touchdowns in particular. He gets flagged for ineligible downfield.
Yeah. Oh, Michael, I like this one. Need a huge nose tackle. I would love a Vitavea on this team. I would love it. I know Collins kind of like that guy, but not.
Who I really like in the draft this year is Deion Walker. He's a big defensive tackle out of Kentucky. 6 foot 5, 344.
Nice. Nice job by Rattler taking off on there. There is a flag. It's probably holding the secondary from the looks of it. Or illegal contact. Holding on the Bucs. On Levante. Not Levante. The ageless wonder, just like DeMario.
Yeah, for real.
Well, that's a tough one, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good bit of hold there. Good call. Look, we're not biased to Saints calls. I'll just tell you that much because there was the ones that against Rattler on Monday night. We're like, I don't know about that one. So,
man, yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen a quarterback in New Orleans get calls like Rattler gets.
Yeah. LJ's giving some praise to Kubiak.
Yeah.
Talking about he's showing potential. The potential is there, I feel like. But there's, for whatever reason, as the game goes on, like, second half is what I'm looking for from Kubiak here. Nice toss to the outside, a flip outside to Jordan Mims. Picks up some good yardage there.
Yeah, you need 4 quarters.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, and when the run game eventually takes a dip and everything like that, can you counteract that?
Yeah.
Saints run game's looking good so far today.
Yep. There's a shot of Gail Benson out there. And they're flashing up how to pledge money to Greater New Orleans Foundation. So good on that for sure. All right, got Rattler from the gun again. A lot of Clyde Edwards-Helaire this quarter. Nice little stutter, but there's Vitavea and a whole bunch of Bucs. So that's going to probably do it for the first quarter. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, Paul, is I think the adjustments are lacking on some of the stuff for Clint Kubiak. So it's just got to do it.
I think that's
Are they running a play before the quarter? Oh, they're just trying to draw them off. Okay.
Might as well.
Yeah. End of first quarter. It's 3-3.
I know Taliesin started all 17 games this season. That's going to be true for Penning too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The only 2 offensive linemen to make it. I think the tackles are fine. Like, I think they're okay, right? I think the interior obviously needs a lot of work here. They need to get better depth too, right? I think that's the other part of it. And so I don't know what that looks like. That's why I say guys like Landon Young, he's versatile. He doesn't have to start games. He's sometimes your jumbo guy. I think he's somebody that you can bring back relatively on a relatively friendly deal, and it gives you another body. I think he could be that guy potentially, but I don't know. That's a decision that they'll probably make way down the list. You know what I mean? No, Paul, this is not. I don't think this is. No, it's not Kubiak's first season. He called plays in Minnesota.
Yeah, he called some play. He called plays in Denver too.
Yeah,
it was towards the end of the season, but
yeah, I had a brain fart there. I'm like, no, it's not. Yes. Commercials. And did you get some lunch, or are you just doing coffee?
Coffee is lunch. What are you talking about?
Fair. Can't argue with that.
Coffee is lunch. I don't think there's a more popular. Paul's asking about a versatile offensive lineman from North Dakota State, and I was thinking I can't think of a more drafted position out of North Dakota State than offensive line.
Yeah. It's like meat and potatoes, guys.
Yeah. Now they got some quarterbacks out there too, of course, but yeah, offensive line, like that's an O-line factory right there.
Yep, I agree. I don't know. I not the first round. I don't know if it's. I don't know. That's not where
you got to go
I'm
offensive
losing
line.
as many as I can on the defensive side. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think you got to
depends on free agency goes, but yeah.
Yeah.
What? The Saints had 10.5 minutes of time of possession? What?
Pretty good. Yeah, I mean the
2 or 3 on third down.
The Bucs only ran 8 plays in the first quarter.
8 offensive plays. Yeah, that's it. I mean, this formula isn't that hard. You just got to go out there and execute. That's what teams have been able to do against New Orleans. They just execute. Paul clarifies, not first round. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, like nice little pass. Good. Oh, did Valdez-Scantling get a touchdown, Saints?
Wow. All right.
What a ball. What a
this
catch
is something
by Valdez-Scantling if that actually holds.
This is something I'll say Kubiak does really well. It's the play call out of the quarter break. Ooh. But the play call out of the quarter break has been big for them so far this year.
Oh, I don't know. I think that's a catch. It might have came out at the end, but I don't know.
Well, it's helpful. It helps that they ruled it a catch on the field, or did they change?
No, they did it originally. They ruled it a touchdown. Then they said it came out at the end, but his 2 feet were down. I don't know. That's a tough one.
All right, that's possession. 1, 2, 3 feet. Steps out of bounds. Man.
That's a tough one because they ruled it incomplete, and so there's got to be enough evidence to overturn it. But Groupie in for a 39-yard attempt. They kick the field goal. Groupie makes it. It's 6-3 Saints.
Yeah, that stinks, man.
Good
play call. Good play.
Try.
Yeah, good play call. Good ball. I don't know why you don't challenge it. I'll be curious to hear the explanation for that. I mean, it might just be upstairs telling him, right? He's not the only one that does that. It might be somebody from upstairs saying like, hey, no, don't challenge it.
Yeah, and they're not going to show the replay in the stadium for them to look at too. So.
Right. I think the other thing that made that one tough to challenge is the fact that they didn't rule it. They should. I wish they would have kept the ruling on the field as it was initially called.
Yeah.
But because they changed it on the field, they'd be challenging to review for like to change the mind from the incomplete pass, to change the call from the incomplete pass to the touchdown. And that's tougher than if Tampa were in the positions where they would have to challenge.
Yeah.
Or, if it was an official challenge from the booth and stuff, because all scoring plays are reviewed anyway.
Yeah, it's like that Cam fumble thing is like call it one way on the field, then you can go to replay and do that. Like they've even used replay assist too to jump in to where you don't have to challenge plays, but not here. First quarter's coming to a close in Atlanta, still 3-3 there. I assume Michael's talking about coffee as the 5th food group. I would absolutely agree with that.
Yes. Yeah. I'm with him on that.
We could open up that can of worms about how you take your coffee. I'm not a coffee black guy. I can't do that. I can't.
Whoa. I'm just kidding. I will drink my coffee just about any way it comes. As long as it doesn't have my only restriction is that as long as it doesn't have dairy in it, and that's just for my own health.
Almond milk's good though.
Yeah, but almond milk, oat milk, like I mess with all that. And I will drink coffee black. I will drink it black with sugar. I'll drink it as a vanilla latte. I'll drink it. I don't care. Like I'm all good with that.
Bryce Young 4 or 5 for 34 yards over in that game. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't challenge it, Luke. Again, that's going to be something Rizzy's going to have to answer after the game for sure. And probably
I'm going to bet. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. You're fine. I said it's going to come down to, they didn't believe upstairs that when they looked at it, that it could have been.
Yeah, he was probably told not to challenge that one.
Okay, well now they're saying on the field like the ball's coming loose. Now they said it would have stood probably if the Saints challenged it.
It would have
This
stood
year
as
in
an
a
incomplete
nutshell.
pass. No, it would have
Can't have
stood. It
nothing
would have.
nice.
Isn't that right though? It would have stood as in it would have stood as an incomplete pass if they would have challenged it.
No, he said if the Saints would have challenged it, they probably would have got the touchdown out of it.
Really? Oh, interesting.
Now, of course, they're the guys in the booth and the analysts.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I assume that he was just told not to challenge it. I might have just challenged it anyway.
it's the
I
last
kind of
game
agree.
of the year. What the heck
That's-
does it matter? Like, try
That's
it.
it.
Like,
I'm with Luke on that one. Like, you've got nothing to lose here.
for a team that can't really put points up on offense. Mayfield rolling to the right, some pressure there. He just throws it away. Granderson there. Yeah. Interesting. Well,
It's Liam Cohen.
right. Had to renew my live on TikTok, so if anybody's there, so I just trying it out, trying something different. That's all. Penalty on the Bucs. They had an ineligible person downfield.
The bug bites everybody at least once.
That's one I don't really care for, like that penalty. It's so meh.
Yeah, I don't know that I think I'm with you on that. I don't know that I agree with that as being a penalty. Like, you got a problem with my big dude blocking your little dude, then do something about it.
There's a Mike Evans catch for about 6 or 7, maybe. Third down. So it'd be third and 4. So now I need 79 yards to get to 1,000. Oh, the drama. Michael says he supports a latte for sure.
Nice.
Mayfield from shotgun going nothing there. What was that? Bucs are punt.
Wow.
Bucs are having some struggles here. Maybe suffering for a little stage fright.
More like the Tampa Bay Struganeers. All right, I'll see you, man. I'm out of here.
Oh man, mic drop.
I'm out of here. Floop. Yeah, great coverage.
Yep.
Ugo's coverage on, was that McMillan 17? Yeah, McMillan out of the slot there was really, really good. McMillan tried to give him kind of this inside move to sell that he was cutting back towards the middle of the field, and Ugo just didn't bite. And he stayed over the top of that one. Put himself in position there, too, to make the throw really challenging for Mayfield, because not only did he take away the underneath option, but he was in between the underneath option and the intermediate option. Oh, Lord, what's happening?
The pun has been approved,
Ooh,
Ross.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I thought you said the punt. The punt has been approved. So I was like looking at the TV, like, oh, what happens on the punt? I love it. Thank you.
Slow down, Luke. Come on now.
Appreciate that. Are the Saints back? Question mark. LJ, thank you for the support. I appreciate that.
Yeah. If Evans ends up a yard short, hilarious, but soul crushing. Yeah. You have a chance to be with Jerry Rice in that conversation. That's it's nothing to play with. I mean, that's a big one.
Yeah. Here's the other thing too. Baker Mayfield has to finish this game with a solid completion percentage and at least one touchdown, and then he becomes the third quarterback in NFL history to finish the season with more than 4,000 passing yards, 40 or more touchdowns, and then a better than 70% completion percentage on the season. And so that's another one to watch in this one. And and the Saints are aware. I think so too.
Yeah. I'm sure at some point they are. Like they have those conversations. Somebody on the sideline is responsible or will say that, because they did that with Drew. They did that with other players that they've done before, like Sproles and that record. And I mean, it's happened over the years.
Oh yeah, the Sproles record. Yeah. Speaking of, one of the two quarterbacks to finish that kind of season was Drew Brees in that same 2011 year.
True.
I think what we call, there you go. I think what we still call and is still known as the greatest NFL offensive season ever.
Yeah, one of the best players to never win an MVP, which
wild.
This whole Cam Newton thing on whatever the heck this program is really weird. Special Forces. All I can picture him saying, "I'm back."
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And a narrator, he was not back.
You had Denise Richards, Stephen Baldwin. His show, his podcast is awesome.
Who's that? Cam Jordan?
Cam.
Cam Jordan's.
Cam Jordan's is good too. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, Cam Newton's is really good.
Starting here, play fake. Good blocking there by Foster. What a catch by Juwan Johnson. That looked like the one last year.
You remember that at the end of the season? Yep.
Yeah, that looked like, except that one was in the deep in the end zone, but he kind of had that finish. But man, Juwan's catching a hot streak right now.
Juwan had that one too last year in Tampa. He had gone out with a shoulder injury, and then the play he came back, he caught it like in the middle of the field, the front flip, all that stuff. All right, it's going for me now. Good job by Foster, making him run the yard.
Yeah,
nice.
Really good job.
Yeah.
Look, I know the Saints have not had a great season, but Foster Moreau, dude, he's been that dude. He was been that dude since training camp.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
He was both of us had named him a camp MVP, but I mean, he just brought it. And it's not because of him just catching the ball or anything. Like, he does all the dirty work and all the crap that nobody really appreciates. So
yeah, Penning's pass protection on that was awesome too.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Jamal Williams loses 2 on the toss.
Yeah.
I gotta get some plays you'll go backwards, but good Lord, come on. Rattler, tight window. Dalton Holker sighting. He caught a pass, Ross.
Let's go. That's our guy.
Holy crap.
8th round draft pick, baby.
Yeah. That's a tight window working against Levante David. Look at that. Look at that one. That's good throw. Good job by Holker, man. Touchdown Panthers. Oh, boy.
That's why I kept saying, like, you remember, the Falcons still have to win.
Yeah, right.
Like, no matter what happens in this game.
3rd and 7 now.
What a catch by Holker.
Another Dalton Holker catch. He's going to be short of the sticks, but man, back-to-back Dalton Holker. What is this?
Go for it, right? You got to go for it.
Yeah, just go for it. Come on, guys.
Was that on the yes?
Yeah, staying on the field right now.
Yeah, you got to go for it.
Vita Vea in coverage on Dalton Holker? What?
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
Come on, bro. They're looking for that thick pick.
That thick pick. James Pierce. Was that his name? James Pierce?
Colin had one of the OGs. 4th and 1. Are they just drawing him off? Nope. They're going to run this play. He's got Edwards-Helaire wide open. Flats, first down, more to the 40. Good play design. Nice. Saints, man.
This is what they wanted to do. They wanted to show something.
Yeah.
I talked to go
Vegas
ahead.
knew you were betting all the money on Bucs and all this crap, so they're just like, nah.
Yeah, right. They I talked to somebody. What's up, DJ? Thanks for being here, man. I just sent a message to y'all. Oh, that's probably why you're here, because I sent the link. I appreciate you being here.
There you go.
Who am I again?
Ross Jackson.
Why'd I walk into this room?
Up, flea flicker.
Flea flicker.
There.
Oh, man.
You just have to throw it away.
Back to the Mark Ingram, Drew Brees days right there. I love that.
I mean, shoot.
Script, what's good? I love it.
Dang, Bryce Young with a touchdown himself. Look at that.
There you
Good
go.
for Bryce Young, man.
There you go.
Dude was like the epitome of just a, garbage truck at the beginning of the year, but man, he turned it around. Good for him. All right, 2nd and 10 now. Yes, we'll thank the Locked On audience who has joined our stream too. So
yeah, thanks for being here.
Thanks for hanging out.
Ronald said offseason starts in 2+ hours. I know.
Yeah, you're right. Jamal Williams catch over the middle. Yeah, about 2 hours. 2 hours and some change. Yeah, about right. Incredible Hulker.
I love it.
Another 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Saints are 2 of 5 on 3rd down right now. And shameless plug. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe on 2nd and Saints. A lot of fun stuff coming in the offseason. Ross and I are only going up from here. Rattler from the gun, 2-back set. Juwan going in motion. So most likely 1 back's going to block. Chip by Jamal. Jordan Mims gets the pass. He's going to be a yard short.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, just might as well. Spencer Rattler, 11 of 15 for 116 yards right now. Not bad.
Another really strong first half.
4th and 1 again. Joe Milton. I don't know that I did.
Oh, no, I haven't seen. Oh, man, so close.
4th and 1, Jamal's the tailback. Tampa takes a timeout. This is not playing out how I thought it would go so far. So thank you for the follow on TikTok, bruh.
Nice stuff from Joe Milton. That was nice. Joe Milton, the Kayshawn booty for the touchdown. Joe Milton kind of got out to the right side, scrambled a little bit. Kayshawn was wide open over the middle.
All right. 27 plays for 161 yards for the Saints offense. I don't get this, man. It's not like the Bucs are, pushover. Brought in Oli Udoh as the jumbo guy. 4th and 1, Rattler, Prentice in motion. Handoff, Mims. No, that was Jamal Williams. 1st down and more. Saints inside the 15. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm seeing here. This is crazy. See if they could get Jamal Williams playing like this. That's a good block by Caesar, too. Check that replay. Caesar with a great block on that.
Oh, yeah. Nice pull, wrap around. That was nice. Oh, yeah, man.
Killer block.
Got a good 4-5 off of that.
Yep. Rattler from the gun. Quick out to Dante Pettis. It's not there. Incomplete. Ooh, that was almost a bad one. Is this hope? Pride? I miss this feeling. What's up, Nathaniel?
Hey, it's another insider. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate you. I'll say they're putting Derek Carr in there. I never got the sense. I think I said it. I don't know how many shows ago that I would be surprised that he was going to play. So that was what I heard a long time ago. That
I was going to say. I think. Yeah, I think you and I.
Surprised if he plays.
Yeah, you and I were told. You and I were told similar things on that. I was like, I would be shocked if he was back out on the field. It's like, oh, that's a pretty. I mean,
yeah, but I was told more about why is because they were also wanted to help Spencer a little bit too, to try to keep that, but whatever good it does. This is what happens when you have a lot of LSU players and older veteran Saints who are seriously pissed off and playing for the city. Look,
they're playing for something much bigger than this game.
There's something to it for sure. I mean, I know they're going to come out with some passion, come out with a little bit of juice. I mean, this is a division game when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? So it's never a gimme. Bucs have won 4 of the last 5 against the Saints. I'll tell you that much. And I think the Saints are 8-3 at Raymond James in the last 11, something like that. I have to look it up. Rattler from the gun, good pass pro. Oh, I love the screen to Foster. Near first down again, 3rd and 1. I love that play to Foster, that like inside tight end screen. Upset watch across the league. Saints fans, Panthers fans. I'd just be, this might be a question for the break. Ross, why do you want to keep this coaching staff again? I don't know if I said the whole or if he said the whole one, but
I don't know if anybody wants to keep the coaching staff as a whole.
Maybe it means the possibility of keeping a good move off of there by Jamal. Another first down, 1st and goal. Maybe he's alluding to like keeping Kubiak and Janoko or some of the guys. Maybe that's like what we talked about on Saturday.
Yeah. The Sports Keto report. My bad. Yeah, we could discuss it over the break and stuff like that. Because what I'll say is I don't think that they are going to make a claim to try to only have to keep everybody. I don't think that's going to be the case.
I think the defensive staff is probably going to have a complete makeover mostly.
Yeah. I could see a couple. I could see like Marcus Robertson sticking around.
Yeah, I like him, Rob, a lot. 2nd and goal. That's good. That went backwards to Jamal. It's not what I was expecting from this. Inside 6.5 minutes now. Yeah, as you get close to the trenches, running and trying to push Vita Vea out of the way is not really going to happen.
Yeah.
I expect Rattler to pass on this down. Play fake, Edwards-Helaire. Got him. Touchdown, Dante Pettis. Wow, Rattler. Rattler to Dante Pettis. It is 12-3 Saints.
Jeez, man.
Wow. Insane, dude. Great job by Rattler, though. What a half for Spencer Rattler. Like he said, I asked him, what he wanted to do this week, and he said he wanted to put together a complete game. And if he can put this for 4 quarters, like I think we talked about it, if they put up at least 20 points in this one, man, I'd feel good about that, ending the season on that note.
Yeah. I don't know if you caught that or not, but they showed Derek Carr raising his hands up for the touchdown. His left hand looked like this, while his right hand was like this. Like it didn't even look like he could open his hand entirely.
Yeah, well, they were talking about it.
Oh, nice route by Dante Pettis. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sick nasty.
It's about what?
Oh, I was saying they were talking about that grip strength that they tried to inject his hand, which I know some people are like, he's a fracture. So maybe how's that going to help? You know what I mean? But wow, what a drive!
Yeah,
what a drive.
So let's see. Rattler now sits 14 of 19 for 132 and a tutty.
14 play, 79-yard drive, 7:36 off the clock.
So that's 2 back-to-back. No, it's 3 back-to-back 10-plus play drives for New Orleans.
Yeah, that's just insane.
How many games do we have to go back to get 3 10-plus? All right, so they had 1 last week. They had none against Green Bay. And then they had 1 against Washington. None against the Giants. This is kind of wild. So it would be the Rams game because that first drive, yeah. So you'd have to go back. So the Saints right now have 3 drives in this game. All 3 of them have been 10 or more plays. You would have to go back last week through the Rams game in order to get to 3 10-play drives for New Orleans.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's crazy. That's a
Well,
long time.
Yeah, because they had one last week against the Raiders and then one against the Commanders. And then they had 2 against the Rams in week 13.
Checks notes. That's a long time. That's crazy. So the teams that are supposed to win are right now down 10-3 and 13-3. That's pretty crazy. And of all people to get a touchdown, the first one is Dante Pettis. Scored on the first 3 drives, and the last time they just flashed the stat. Golly, this is nuts. $18-19 time of possession to 5:27. Crazy. I said, good shot of Todd Bowles saying something that rhymes with spam. Yeah, Nate Rattler would have 2 touchdowns if that TD wasn't called back for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Bucs going to try to do something.
Too.
I mean, this Bucs team put up 300 rushing yards against them last time. That was nuts. Penix touchdown. Atlanta's cut the lead and about to tie, it looks like. Let's see what we got. Penix to... Oh, Penix took it himself. Nice. All right, 2nd and 4 now. Ooh, there is a big play the Bucs needed. Bucky Irving, there's that run defense. Tano has to chase him from behind. Bucs inside the 40. Just like that, flip the field. It's like Nephi took out the blocker instead of going for the tackle on that one. That's a pretty run. No, Nephi got blocked by that guy, but that's a good one. That was... There's one. That's Bucky Irving. So just as we talk about 277 yards in the ground, there goes that run game. I expect that's probably that spark that the Bucs offense needed. Oh, oof. Good play by Will Harris. Never mind. Wow. Great play. That was a play reminiscent of training camp. Remember how much he snuffed out runs and did all that stuff? That's a big reason why he ended up starting. That play, recognizing that, whew.
They absolutely love Will Harris.
I lost 7 yards. Good
Jeez,
Lord.
Man.
That's a hell of a play.
That's old school safety play right there.
Mm-hmm. Not much push there. That comes at the end. Mayfield takes off, picks up a few yards. So now it'd be like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, maybe. Michael Penix. What a job. Wonder where Kirk Cousins ends up next year. I don't think it's obviously not going to be the Saints, but I wonder who's going to get him.
The Giants.
That's not a bad call. I mean, that's not a bad call.
Yeah, unless they
need a quarterback.
Yeah. Tennessee could be one.
Yeah.
Because they still
Mike Evans.
Still have a guy that they're trying to develop.
Yeah, right. Inside the 25 now, or right at the 25. Tell you what, I think Tom Brady's gotten a lot better at commentating as this year's gone by.
Yeah.
All right, so Bucs now at the 25. There's a carry for Rashad White. Had nowhere. Nice play by Chase Young. Flag down. Might not matter. And if it's a hold against the Saints, that's the epitome of what happens. Offensive holding. Man, Bucs.
Oh yeah. What's the
Somebody swapped uniforms or something? I don't know.
the penalty breakdown so far? This one already counted in, yeah. So 3 penalties for the Saints for 15 yards, 3 penalties for the Bucs for 20. Oh no, my pockets were.
Yeah, man, stay fresh. Somebody said on TikTok, it's the one time I bet against the Saints. Yeah, well, you know. What happens? Mayfield, nice little ball over there to Durham. Working against McKinstry there.
Sammy Knight, I like that comparison.
Ooh, I do like that one.
That was one of my favorite Saints players growing up.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite growing up, actually. He's the reason why I played safety when I played football.
There you go. 2-minute warning. Okay.
Oh goodness!
Have to check out, guys. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Nathaniel. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, man. For real. Let me know if you need anything, homie.
For sure. Man. Oh, goodness gracious. Maybe too early, but is there anybody right now you're kind of eyeballing that's going to go to the Senior Bowl? Tacos? Yeah.
Tacos.
Saying gibberish, that's all.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at the Senior Bowl roster. I got to do that.
There's a couple that are in the college football playoffs. I mean, there's some guys I think from Texas and some other guys. So I'm with you. It's like college, a little bit on it, but not too much. Like our college will go into overhaul once the offseason hits. So
yeah, I know like some of my favorite prospects, but I just don't know what the Senior Bowl roster is.
Right. Yeah.
And
last
Steve
year
Sarkisian from college football. I don't. I'm neither. Yeah, I'm neither for nor against it at this point because it's something I hadn't given much mind to. I don't think you're going to see them hire a guy up from college football, though. I think, like separate from the Sarkisian evaluation or opinion that I just don't have. The college coach side of it is where I'm not sure I would see the Saints roll the dice on that.
Yeah. Got a question from TikTok. It says, might be too early, but who would you prefer, Vrabel or Glenn? I mean, I guess who I would choose is Mike Vrabel because I think he can establish a brand new culture and he's a no-nonsense type guy. Not saying Aaron Glenn isn't, but who they probably would choose out of that is Aaron Glenn. But I just don't think that Mike Vrabel is going to be the guy that is going to be available anyway. So,
yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, GG.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for being here.
From snowy central Nebraska.
Goodness.
Place I need to go. Molly has a question, probably a good halftime question.
I can answer this now. I was wrong. I had talked about Vrabel as not necessarily being the guy that can win over the locker room when I should have been talking about him as the guy.
Sorry, Demario Davis just obliterated somebody and Ugo Amadi recovered a fumble, if that's complete. Another rolling incomplete. Golly, DeMario just destroyed him.
Hold on, I'm gonna watch the play real quick first.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
Oof. Man, oh man. Oof.
Oh
man.
man.
Half, boy. I'll tell you
Yeesh.
what. DeMario's on one today. I mean, look, DeMario's he's DeMario, man.
But yeah, I had cited locker room and culture when it came to Vrabel when what I should have been actually talking about, because it's not the locker room culture that was a problem for Vrabel. It was his relationship with the front office in Tennessee that was the big issue. And so when you have big personality front office like New Orleans, that's where some of the conflict could be in terms of all that. But I was incorrect when I said locker room. I should have said front office. That was my bad. Because culture building's what he does amongst the players and stuff like that. He's better for veteran players probably than he is for younger players, just because of how much he demands and, kind of being the hard-nosed guy and all those other things. I think that's something to maybe think about, but there's enough veteran players to kind of bridge the gap on this roster right now.
It's a good catch by Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Bucs on the move. They're getting close to inside the 5 now on a McMillan run. The jet sweep. LJ, is it okay to be hype?
It's always okay to be hype.
What's up, Jerry? Good to see you in here, as always. Wayne says, oh my God, tomorrow. Yeah, that was a nuts. Always nuts. Boy, killed somebody.
All right, I gotta get started on my halftime story.
Yeah, go for it.
It's tough. I don't know where to. I mean, I know where to start, but with them being about to score, it's hard to jump in and try to pre-write stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Yeah, I'm with you, Frank. I'm glad to see the Saints are being competitive in this game. I mean, that's just really all you want to see is them fight. You know what I mean? Like, I could take them losing a game, but be competitive. Like, there's a difference between getting blown out 34-0 and losing by 5 or by 3. You know what I mean? Touchdown, Panthers. Thank you, Paul, for the alert. Let's go to that game. Let's see what we got. Bryce Young, deep left to Miles Sanders. 17-10 Panthers. Okay. That's it's something. Golly. That'd be so Falcons if they ended up losing that game, regardless of how this one outcome goes. Oh, man. Let's see. How important is NOLA having a coach whose personality reflects the vibes of the city? I mean, I'd say, DJ, that it would be important. Like, I mean, you got to embrace and love the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, the old adage is love New Orleans, it'll love you back. I mean, I always remember what Sean and Drew said, and that when they came in for their visits and all this other stuff, they toured the city and all that. I mean, I think it goes a long way. I'm not saying that DA didn't have vibes of the city or anything, but, like, I don't know. I think there's something to be said about if you can get somebody who can embrace the city from day one and roll with it, that goes a long way for you, in my opinion. Like, I think Riz has done a great job of doing that too.
Yeah. I think Riz is evidence. I think Riz is evidence, though, that, like, you can love the city all you want. You can have the vibe all you want, but you still got to win games.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
And so, and that's not me taking a shot at Rizzy. I think Rizzy's done great. And I'll tell you, the coaching staff absolutely loves what he's done since he took over. But I just think that, the big thing that you're looking at there is, you can have the attitude, you can have all the pettiness, you can have all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, you need the.
Yeah. I'm surprised McKinstry didn't get called there for that on Mike Evans. That was a Interesting one. 3rd and 4 now for the Bucs. Mayfield shuts it down. Oh, it went down and hit the ground. Bucs going to have to settle for a field goal. 1:03 left. Saints might have a chance here for the ball. 2 minute, 1 timeout. This is not the half of football I was expecting from this team.
Yeah, for real.
Bucs are starting to catch up on time and possession, but geez.
Yeah, I mean, this is a long drive.
Yeah.
That they put together. Oh boy, that skips. Ugh.
Oh, Chase Young got a tip on that ball. That's
Did he get it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I saw him turn around signaling like, no, that hit the ground,
Yeah. One of the Bucs offensive linemen is wearing the Guardian caps too.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw that earlier.
I thought he was about to miss that one. 13-6. 13-6, 103. It looked like the way he hit it at first. You'll see it on a replay, but the way he hit it at first is like,
Oh, yeah, he just got the back half of the football on that.
I mean, that was dangerously close to not. All right, 25-yard field goal, 103 mark, 12:63, 5:11. Yeah, pretty crazy. Interesting half of football, I'll tell you that much. Sorry, TikTok people, I just might check something right quick.
Our graphics designer and social media person over at LouisianaSports.net just sent me a text, and he said, I've been updating the score graphic as if the Bucs were in the lead, just out of superstition, for every few minutes throughout the second quarter. So he's been trying not to put the Saints in the lead in the first quarter. He's been trying to be like, all right, I'm just going to keep the juju somewhere else. So he's doing a little trickery.
That's nuts. This is definitely not how I expected this one to go.
No, literally the first line of my halftime story is, well, this isn't what anyone expected.
Yeah, right. And Sean, you're right. Like, I mean, this is a great first half, but what team comes out in the second half? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, can you put together a complete game? Because I think the third quarter has been a really big struggle for this team. So, yeah, Bucs playing tight. Yeah, Paul, you bring up a good point. Opponents for next year, NFC West. I think it's the Seahawks on the road and the Rams, and then 49ers come to town with the Cardinals also, and then they go to Buffalo or they go to Miami, and then they have the Jets and Patriots come to town. And then there's two other opponents. NFC North opponent right now, I think, is the Packers, and then it's an NFC East opponent that comes to town too.
Yeah, which I think right now the Cowboys, I think, yeah.
If it holds. And there's also the AFC South, like an AFC additional opponent for the 17th game. If they hold the formula, it's supposed to be a South opponent, but we'll see.
Yeah, if it's AFC South, I think it's Jacksonville right now.
Yeah, it was Tennessee and Jacksonville were kind of fighting back, but I think it's going to be Jacksonville. Whew, what a pass by Bryce Young, man. That's nuts. Remember that when we were all worried about Justin Simmons and where he was going. I remember that chat. Oh man, those were the days. Take me back to training camp in California. I know some people think that they're not going to have camp in New Orleans. I expect them to go and do like a joint thing like they've done in the past. I don't think they're going to be gone again. Like there's no reason for them to be gone, but Juwan's 4-66 now, 4 catches for 66 yards on 4 targets. But yeah, they didn't do all those renovations. Hopefully, to just be like, I'm not going to be back at here for this. I'm like, whatever.
Right.
That would be a really bad look.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's definitely some effort out here on the field. Foster gets a catch. It's good. Somebody knows. We talked about that, and Michael says somebody knows how to type. We talked about that on our live stream against the Packers. That Catherine Terrell of ESPN, Ross, and I are like in the same area in the Saints media room, and we are the loudest typers and fastest typers. Like, I'm pretty fast. Like, I can do at least 100 words a minute, and Catherine is just like
Cat's level. Insane. She's like, I can't even guess how fast.
Like, I'm older, so my fingers don't really work as well as they used to. But good Lord, Catherine's just like
yeah,
just nuts.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
All right.
And look, if you want to type fast, you got to type loud. You can't hold nothing back.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean? So you just,
Yeah, that's how it goes. And the keyboard sound matters when you type that loud too.
Very true. That's my bad.
Keyboards. I'm like, I hate this keyboard because of the way it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's 13-6 still. It's 1st and 10 or 2nd and 7 right now. Sorry. Little check down kind of action. And Jordan Mims are across midfield right now. They still got their timeout, going with a little bit more tempo. Clock management. They're actually showing it some this time.
Yeah, it's been interesting where that's kind of like felt like it's lacked over the course of the past few weeks.
Kevin Austin Jr. season. He's got a nice little catch inside. Picks up field goal range. Probably use your timeout here. 29 seconds left. Fresh set of downs. Good for Kevin Austin Jr. Like seeing that too.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, TikTok peoples. YouTube stream is on Second and Saints, if I hadn't said that before. But I'm glad to hang out with you guys here too. So thanks for joining. So I know you're working, Ross, but like typically if we are at the games, and of course we chose not to go to this game for obvious reasons and stuff, but like if we're at a road game, typically we're just covering the game from the press box. Raymond James Stadium is actually a really nice stadium, just so put that out there. Their press box is nice. Their food spread is amazing too, but
yeah,
typically at halftime, that's when we like go do our business and eat and all that if we don't eat before the game and stuff like that. But it's an experience for sure. I like their venue for sure.
Yeah, I like their venue a lot too. I think that the theatrics of it are a lot of fun too. Like me being a guy that comes from theater, I get it.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Nice hookup on the sideline from Rattler to Dante Pettis, and this is a
Rattler's on one, man.
But this is showing promise. Like, look, I know we talked about the Derek Carr stuff, and we expect Derek Carr to probably be the quarterback in 2025. But Spencer Rattler, if you can play like this, I mean, I think you could. If you're going to win 5 games next year, Rattler can do this and win 5 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
20 of 25, 178 yards for a touchdown and a touchdown. I'll tell you what, he gets one before the half. This is gonna be something nice, good. Like that play to Jawan, not much yardage, but a good one to the sticks. You're gonna see, but a quick decision by Rattler. I think that's the biggest thing that I think for his progression. He's got to have that clock in his head that speeds up. But he saw the blitz coming in his face, got it out quick. I like that play. Doesn't go for much yardage, but again, you want to see a rookie kind of grow up a little bit. Like that's a play that I like.
Yeah, especially because they were sending pressure. So he just goes to the guy. You know, look, if you're sending pressure, somebody's open is usually the rule. And so find that guy. And so you typically, quarterbacks will have what's called a hot read. So when they feel that pressure, they know where to go with it.
Sorry, they tried it. Valdez-Scantling in the end zone again. And, man, that almost hit. They stat jinxed him too because Rattler was 7-7 on that drive before that, but that was almost to Valdez-Scantling. Kind of, he's just out of bounds. He got 1 foot down, the second foot, nope. I like the aggressiveness though. I mean, you know, the Bucs are their secondary is kind of not totally where it needs to be. So
yeah.
Falcons score. Bijan Robinson, 17 up there. Thank you, Paul. 3rd and 7. They're going end zone again. Pettis, why not try? But nothing doing there. They're going to have to settle for a field goal. college TD for MVS. Yeah, you're right. It is a college TD.
Right. Yep.
Unfortunately, this is not college, so. All right, groupies, 2 of 2, 11 seconds left in the half, 4th and 7 now. I'm telling you, Rattler looks pretty good today. If you would have told me he's attempted 28 passes in the first half, I definitely
That's what I was
believe
thinking.
that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is
Groupies
like that.
looks good, 16-6 Saints. Groupies from 39.
Rattler finishes the quarter 21 of 28. That's 75% completion percentage, 181 and a tutty.
Really nice half from Spencer Rattler. I mean, that's all I'd want to see. You know what I mean? Like, this is
Yep.
I don't care if they lose the game. Like, we thought they were going to lose this game. And I mean, still very much alive that they're going to lose this game. So thank you, Michael. We're trying. This is only the second time we do it, and we don't have any specific format. We're just kind of going, I don't say winging it, but we had a loose idea. But really appreciate that. And thanks for tuning in, all the guys and gals that are tuning into our stream, all 624 of you, and the several on TikTok as well. Yeah, Rattler. Paul, I think that's the story of the first half is how Spencer Rattler's playing. I think so. I think the Saints defense.
Yeah, I was going to say the defense is playing really well too.
Doing enough, but Tampa's had the ball for just over 10 minutes in the half. So it's encouraging. I'll say that. But regardless of how this game goes, I don't think that you're going to make the decision based off this one thing. Oof, that was a big hit. 11 yards, 7 seconds. Another 10-play drive for the Saints. That's another one, Ross.
Oh, my gosh, 4 on. So, yeah, so there you go. In the last 51 drives leading up to this game, they had 4. In this game, they have 4 of 4. Pretty incredible.
All right, halftime. Saints up 16-6, just like we all thought it would be.
Yep, just like we all said. Just like we all said. All right, I am going to type this up real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it, dude. This is crazy. 4 drives of 10 plays or more, and they've scored on all 4 of them. This is nuts. I really am surprised. Let's see. I'll get some questions while Ross is out here. Let's see. Can you see Rattler going as a starter next season? I mean, I'm not going to base it off of this one game. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think it's encouraging to see what Spencer Rattler is doing out there. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the biggest takeaway here is that I finally got a solid half. And he had a good half against the Bucs last year, or last game that they played. Can they do it in the second half? That's what I want to know is if you can answer. So, I mean, that's a big question for me. They're going to have to figure out what to do with Derek Carr. I think that's the thing. But I think we would kind of say that Carr could be back. I'm just telling you, we've so talked about it. Frank, appreciate that. And that you're enjoying the watch party. A little bit different how we're tackling it. So, look, it's really appreciated. Yeah, LJ, I'd take a first half lead. They could lose this game and Bucs could come back. I'd be happy with what they've done so far. Saints are playing for their city. Absolutely, Gigi. I mean, this is emotion. It's a division game. I mean, there is no gimmies on this. You know what I'm saying? Got their momentum at the half. Yep, this is a good one. Shoot. It's crazy how this is unfolded, though. I don't know. It's not something I would have guessed. But this is week 18. Like, I mean, let's look at some scores. New England's up over Buffalo. Not shocking because Buffalo is, I don't think they have too much to play for, really. But Green Bay is losing to Chicago right now by 1. Dallas is up over Washington 6-3. I mean, this would be the NFL, Yeah, I like that feeling too, Michael, just watching the game. And, look, when we're in the press box, I mean, there's no cheering and we're really working. I mean, I'm still working here, you know what I'm saying? But it's also just being able to enjoy the stream with everybody else. And so it's a fun time. I really do like doing that, and maybe we can do more of them next year. I wish I could stream from the game, but I don't want to interfere with people doing work. Excited to see what Rattler. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Look, I expect him to start doing a lot of real big off-season work. What happens typically is they're going to take some time to, decompress, and then whether that's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever, then they'll get back to work. Like that's just kind of how it goes. Yeah, New England screwing up the number 1 pick. That's what happens, man. Yeah, I think Rattler maturing in a week, that's definitely encouraging. I feel that way, that it's promising to say that Rattler can definitely do that. Jules asked, I no, I'm not showing the second half. I'm not doing any type of like actual live broadcasting or anything like that, because I don't want to get a strike on our channel or anything like that for YouTube and stuff. But if I ever figure out a way to do that and figure out how we can, that might be a future conversation. But that's not don't want to take a chance. Jazz, who gets the ball at the half, the Bucs are going to start with it, actually, because the Saints started on offense. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know how this game played out, but at any rate. But appreciate you guys on TikTok joining again. Second and Saints on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, all that fun stuff. Yeah, Michael says play. Play wise for sure. Yeah, he's. I think he's matured a lot this year. I think he's getting better in a lot of aspects, but the stuff doesn't always lead to wins or lead to field success. You know what I mean? But this is encouraging. This is encouraging to see him play this way. The John Gruden visit motivated Kubiak. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'd make too much of that. And again, Ross and I have talked about this on our show. We talked about this Saturday, really, that, I don't know. John Gruden, it's going to take one team to interview him and pull him in, and then everybody else is going to do it. But I think right now they're in kind of like the fact finding and maybe PR damage control. I don't know what the case, but some things like that's a tough sell. Like if you're going to try to bring somebody like that in here and sell him as your next head coach for any market, right? Especially New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Like that's tough. Sean, I like the Lions tonight. I think the Lions are going to take it. If it was in Minnesota, I might be more inclined to pick the Vikings, which, man, I'll tell you what, that stadium experience is like no other. And, like the Dome is something with the Who Dat chant, but that Skull chant and Vikings open air stadium like theirs is really nice. I liked my experience up there in Minnesota, but I think the Lions take it, man. It's too good. They're able to do it and navigate everything. So I definitely got to take the Lions. Let's look at anybody else got some comments on here. No people popping in and out, just saying, hey, what's up? All that fun stuff. So appreciate you guys on TikTok for sure. And also you guys here. So Ross is writing his halftime stuff, and then we'll see what happens. Nikki asks if Tampa doesn't win, they need Atlanta to lose. Yeah, so Atlanta wins and Tampa loses. Atlanta gets into the playoffs, and they're hosting a playoff game next week. So there's a lot at stake here. It's not just as simple as winning you're in. It is simple as that for the Bucs, winning you're in. But for Atlanta, they have to hope that the Saints can lose or win this game. I'm sorry, to give them a chance. So, but we'll see if that actually happens. So, is it in bad taste if I eat on the stream? I'd probably shut my camera off. But yeah, I don't want to do that in front of you. That's kind of weird. But anyways, halftime still here. We'll go there. I might put up a little thing so I get a small little bite and then be right back. But give me just a second, guys. Let's see if we do that. No, that's not what I want to do. It's okay. Falcons just scored again. No. Did they just score? Just said it did. Yep, Falcons just scored before the half. Thank you. It looks like Penix to Drake London, and London got a taunting call on that one too. So 23-17 there, about to be 24-17. That's if you would have told me that would have been the most competitive game of today, I don't know that I would have believed you. Jeez. Brian says, if Spencer Rattler puts the full game together looking good, does it give the Saints more confidence as him as a potential future QB1? I think it's a great evaluation here, right? Because A, you're not doing it with Chris Olave or Rashid Shaheed or Alvin Kamara or Eric McCoy. Like you're doing this without a lot of your key pieces, right? And so I think this is what's encouraging about Rattler is if he had better talent around him, I think he could do even better. But the fact he's doing that with what he has out there, and no Kendre Miller either, but like this is a good sign for Spencer Rattler. But look, is he quarterback one? That's what the Saints got to decide on next year. You know what I'm saying? Like what are they going to do with Derek Carr? That's the biggest question. And I think what happens from that is what happens with what say the head coach has in that, right? Like, and is Clint Kubiak back? Like that's another thing is the scheme has been friendly to all these quarterbacks, but it's a matter of execution. So I don't know. NFC South on the come up. No, I still think it's tank division, or it's not really a great division. It's not great, Bob, right? But you know, it is whatever it is. Thank you for the follow, Elena. Appreciate that. Try to get some love to TikTok, see what happens, you know, diversify. Can't just have one platform. Everybody's on different platforms these days. So that'd be the main reason why. Really surprised. Halftime stats will go down. New Orleans has 15 first downs. Bucs have 5. Saints are 3 of 8 on third down. Tampa is 3 of 6. Saints have 231 net yards of offense. Bucs have 116. Saints have ran 42 offensive plays. Bucs have ran 23. Saints are averaging 5.5 yards per play. Tampa is 5 yards a play, 50 rushing yards versus 49 for Tampa, 181 on the air in the air for New Orleans, 67 for Tampa. Saints and Bucs have had 3 penalties apiece, 3 for 15 for New Orleans, 3 for 20 for Tampa. 1 punt in the game for the Bucs, 52 yards, no Matt Hayball. And by the way, JT Gray did get snubbed from the Pro Bowl. He'll be an All-Pro. Just going to tell you that much right now. And then time of possession, 19:15 to 10:45 for the Saints.
Imagine punting. Imagine punting.
Steve Gleason never punt, right?
I agree with you entirely. Oh, no.
Yikes. What were we saying?
I imagine that, or I agree, JT Gray should have been a Pro Bowler.
Oh yeah,
I said it on the pregame show today when I was covering. And I was like, I don't know if anybody else is allowed to say it, but I am. JT Gray was a snub from the Pro Bowl. He should have been a Pro Bowler.
I agree. Yeah, totally, 100%.
This picture behind me is so funny.
I'm trying to look and zoom in on it. I can't tell what exactly it is.
It's really just like a group of people just like smiling, everything, and like looking directly at the camera. It's like if.
Is it one of those like?
It looks like it could be a family photo of mine.
Is it? Did they take the original picture out of the frame? You know what I'm saying? Like when you buy it from the store, it's got the generic family in it.
Yeah, right. No, it's definitely like actual like Cox employees because they're all still wearing like Cox Communication shirts and stuff like that. But it's one of those ones where like you hold like one of those fake frames and you take a picture in it and it looks like an Instagram post.
Yeah.
And everything, like they're all taking a picture inside of that. So it's really cute. But
wow, that's crazy.
That's really funny. Anyway.
More people on TikTok joining. I don't know what happened, but welcome. Just chilling in halftime. Nothing's really going on. We're just answering questions, shooting stuff. Again, Second and Saints is where the YouTube show is, but appreciate you hanging out here, trying something different while streaming. So I don't know. Looks like we're getting closer. Ross, I don't know if you know, but have you heard anything about those NOLA shirts Like, I know some people have asked about how they can get one.
Oh, it's a great question. I haven't heard anything about it. I can ask about him though.
Yeah.
There will be somebody that I can ask later today.
Yeah, I think those are great. I know a lot of people want them. I mean, myself included, but you know. All right, looks like we're about back with the second half. Just 30 minutes left in the season, guys. Not really 30 minutes, but 30 minutes left in the Saints season. So crazy. I've been covering this team a long time, and it never gets easier, especially these last 4 seasons. I mean, it's just sucked. Like, I can remember the first year without Drew in 2021, like, got to live that awesome win in Atlanta for all of 5 minutes, like literally 5 minutes. And it
Oh, yeah.
the playoffs. That was so disappointing. I'll still, to this day, be like, I wish we got to see a full season of Jameis at quarterback.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my loud AC just kicked on. Imagine that in December.
Right.
It's going to be
AC,
nasty weather tonight, too.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
So stay safe out there, New Orleans.
Yeah, for real. Sean, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you did a great job on pregame, Ross.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
2022. Was it?
I felt like I was a little too uptight the first time that I did it with the Chargers game. So I just reminded myself to loosen up a little bit for this one. I thought it went well.
All right.
Did you already address the question about like why do the Saints want to keep coaching staff?
You said that. It's just one that's lingering here. I don't know. It's like from the future or something. I have no idea why. It's just there. But yeah, you've talked about it before. So
okay, cool.
All right, Bucs open with the ball, 1st and 10.
And Aaron Andrews
starts the handoff, and Bucky Irving just got destroyed by Carl Granderson. I don't think there was much gain on that one. So,
Brando.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler playing exceptionally well so far. We'll see if it holds. Can the Saints play full 60 minutes? Can the Bucs find an offense right now, too? That's another thing. 2nd and 9 now. Mayfield's from the gun. Got a line of Cam, Brzee, Saunders, and Granderson. Mayfield's going for the pass. Got time. Granderson can't get him. Brzee gets him from behind. It's probably going to go down as a 2-3 yard gain. 3rd down. So
3rd down.
Pretty good coverage downfield, typically, if there's nothing there.
Yeah. Yeah, if he's just holding and padding, yeah, it wasn't really anything there for him.
All right, so here we go. That'd be something the Saints could turn into 3 and out here. 3rd and 6 now. I'm getting uneasy if I'm a Bucs fan right now. Mayfield takes off with his legs, got the 1st down and more. Oh, we got a shot going down to the ground. And now he might pick up some extra stuff from Will Harris. That was – I mean, he was in the process of sliding. I hate those type of plays. No flags on the field right now. Yeah, Baker slid late, so I don't get that.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. Titans wearing the old Orla jerseys. One of my favorite jerseys of all time.
Oh,
he slid late.
Dope.
Like, I mean, it's not. He's in the process of sliding. Like, I get it. But he's lucky he didn't get called for a taunt after that one because that one's not good.
Yeah.
DJ asked if now that you got Rattler, do you continue to take a quarterback? I mean,
I wouldn't mess with quarterbacks in this draft.
Nah, I don't like him either.
This quarterback class is boo-boo.
What do you think
outside of your top guys?
Yeah.
Outside of your top guys.
Somebody hit Shepard in the face.
Okay. Oh, I will say, too, if Drew Aller out of Penn State has like a really good playoff and then all of a sudden changes his mind and comes out of the draft, I'm drafting him.
Yeah.
Easily, quickly, with the swiftness. But otherwise, I'm not spending it. He's the only one that I would spend a draft pick on in this draft, outside of like Shador.
Good question here. What do you think about Brzee and his developments here? I mean, leading the team in sacks.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been awesome. I think you'd like to see him continue to develop a little bit more in the run game, I think is the thing. But everyone knew that. Like that was the thing when he was drafted, right? And then the other thing for him is just the consistency. You know, he's kind of been. I mean, he had a sack last week, but it got erased, right, because of the offsides penalty and everything. But so I would say that I was going to say, you know, the only thing you'd like to see is him like string together more like consistent play late in seasons and everything. But, you know, there's a couple of them that got taken from him when he's been able to do that. So I like what we've seen so far. I think it's promising. I think there's still a ways to go for him, especially in the run game. And this play actually was a pretty good example.
Yeah.
But no, he wasn't. That wasn't him. Sorry. That was Nathan Shepard. I don't know how I got the two confused. But yeah, it's just that's like the only thing for me. But I think he's going to be a future part of this team.
Oh gosh,
5th-year option picked up, all that stuff.
Well, I thought Matthew just almost destroyed Sterling Shepard. There is a flag down. It just looked in real time like it was like a helmet-to-helmet situation. But sorry, dude,
No, don't apologize.
The angle definitely looked not so good. Yep. Matthew got called. Yeah, Matthew did get called for that. Yeah, I'm with you on Brzee, though. I feel like he's done some really good things, and he's taken a good second-year leap. But there are some areas in his game that still need to be refined. But, man, as a pass rusher, he's got it. He just needs to get the run defense on that one. And I feel like he can be, like DeMario said, one of those ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gigi, as soon as we can try to find some information out on that shirt, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
All right, Bucs putting together drive. Can they finish it, though? Another run to the outside. Irving cuts back inside. Oh, he just got face masked big time by Nathan Shepard, and that's going to draw another flag. So now
they don't need an offense.
Playing this undisciplined now, unnecessary roughness call on Tyron, and now a face mask penalty on Nathan Shepard, which is probably one of the easiest, most obvious calls to make.
That's it. Honestly, I don't. That Tyron call's tough, man.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it.
He was trying to get his arm down to punch the ball out, and then because of that, it led his shoulder into the helmet and stuff like that.
But you know how it goes. If it looks bad, they call it.
You got to call it. Yeah, you're right.
And I think that's why people push for, can you instant replay or do some of that stuff? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's just those types of plays, man.
There's a big difference between like the intent of a play versus the actual like execution of a play too. Like his intent was to punch the ball out, but what actually happened was that he clocked him with the shoulder and the head. Anthony Orgy on for this one.
Yep. Mayfield's got a lot of time here. And just misses end zone hookup with Mike Evans. Looks like a pretty good coverage there. DJ asked about the future of Kendre Miller. I feel like he's going in a situation where he's going to get another fresh start, clean slate with a new coach. I mean, if it's Kubiak and them, I think it's fine. He's going to be okay, but I don't know.
I think so too. I think you bring him. Nice, yeah.
Got there a little early, maybe.
Yeah. I think that the one thing that I'll add to that, John, on Kendre is you bring in competition this offseason.
Sure. No, they absolutely have to.
I think you do that at just about every position you can.
Yeah, you have got to upgrade almost every position on this team. And it's got to be competition. I mean.
Yeah.
Just got to. I mean, you want to have and especially with Taysom not being like, you don't know when Taysom's going to come back, if he comes back and all this other stuff. Like, I mean, he probably won't be ready for football until October at best case.
Yeah, right.
And so that's probably putting it best case. I mean, I know he's going to try to beat out the timeline, but your running game has heavily relied on Alvin and Taysom. You got to get somebody else to contribute there. And I just don't think they have. Mayfield touchdown, Durham. So there's one touchdown. Bucs have now scored 16-13. or 16-12, sorry, giving them the extra point. That's not a automatic, but Bucs finally get into the end zone on their first possession of the half. Now pressure put back to Spencer Rattler.
The thing that's so upsetting about that for New Orleans too is that, like, yeah, Tampa got into the end zone, but they got into the end zone with a whole lot of help from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Face mask penalty, the not being able to tackle Baker Mayfield as he scrambled, the missed sack at a couple of points, right? Like consistently able to step up in the pocket. And then you had the
16-13
unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that gave him an extra 15 too. It's like, yeah.
Yep. Like, penalties, man. That's the thing. You got to play discipline. And I think that's the thing for a next coach to come in. Like, I know Rizzy can get in people's face for that, but look, if you're like a Mike Vrabel, a defensive minded, there's no excuse. Like, the thing is, the Saints defense does not have an excuse for being bad this year. They've had all of their people besides Paulson and some Marshawn, but like still you've had most everybody defensively. And so I don't think there's much excuse to hide behind.
And we've watched this team. We've watched this team win with their third, fourth, and fifth corners before.
Sure.
On the defensive side is the thing.
Shamar John Charles, right? Like,
right.
That, I mean, they didn't win with him, but like he played well.
Yeah, but you go back to Isaac Yadam. Last year you can go back. There was that I can't remember. It was that Lions game in the past where they didn't have like either of their top two corners, and they still ended up winning that one and stuff. And so it's just like I get it, but over on the defensive side, like I think you're right. Like that's just an evaluation of what the defense is at this point.
So that was a 10-play, 72 drive for the Bucs. That was very assisted by, you had 30 yards in penalties. Help out. Now the Saints go from 3-15 to 5-42 as far as penalties go. Not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob.
And the worst thing the Saints could do now is go 3 and out. So that would be bringing the pain. Durham. Self-inflicted. Do we expect the Saints to be more active in free agency? I mean,
more active than last year, like relatively.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Is I mean, what are you saying? Like, I know the focus will be to try to keep some of their own. The attack and approach is probably trying to fill some players, like some 1-year deals. I would like to see them go after a guard in free agency. That's just me. I don't want them to draft, like, you don't spend a first-round pick on an IOL, interior offensive lineman. I would like them to go try to find a guard, a left guard, and there's plenty of them that are about to hit the market. I put some out on Saints News Network, my early, list of people. That was one. I had some defensive guys, some offensive guys, but there are tons of interior offensive linemen. But that's just me. And they can make it work, too, but will they? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I think that they will be a little bit more active, but I think just like last year, you're not going to see like a couple of or multiple like big name signings, kind of like last year where they went and they got Chase Young, and that was kind of the big addition for the offseason. Mm-hmm. Now, I liked at the time the addition of Willie Gay. They just didn't put him on the field. And so and so I think that this year what ends up being the case is them trying to rebuild their depth, and then maybe look for, I think it's conceivable that you'll look for some more playmaking options on offense. I think is another big thing, because you need those game breaker types or guys that can control a game, and right now the Saints don't have that in their skill positions.
Yeah, and look, DJ brings up tight end. I think that's an area you got to upgrade too. I mean, in some aspects, there's just so many areas that the Saints have to upgrade. And the thing is, you have only so much that you can spend, and so they're going to have to figure out a lot of these things. TikTok audience is blowing up over here, but I thank you guys for pointing to the stream, and Second and Saints on YouTube if you want to see the actual shows and stuff. All right, Rattler starting, going deep on his first pass. He tries Marquez Valdez-Scantling, or Marquez, excuse me. It's Quez, and doesn't hit. So Rattler's first pass of the second half is incomplete. Deep left. I like that though.
I appreciate that. I think, though, considering what happened last – well, no, shut up, Ross. What I was going to say is, like, based upon what happened last week, I wouldn't have been upset with the Saints kind of easing him back in the second half and everything like that. But you need to back the pass rush off.
Yeah.
And one of the best ways to back the pass rush off is to say, okay, if you're going to send, then we're going to go. And I think you got to do that.
Yeah. Somebody's down. I don't know who got hurt, but went to the break. See if I can look and find out. Hope it's not Quiz. But,
Yeah.
Doesn't say.
Christian Watson.
Oh,
also
Diaby.
Oh.
Went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of things are beyond the table. They got to look at the trenches on the defensive line. They got to figure that out. I mean, the pass rushers that are coming back right now, I mean, it's Isaiah Foskey, presumably Cam, and Carl Granderson. That's it. And then, you know, you're not going to put Cam through a 75-plus snap season here. And I think they can keep Cam. I think they could try to get Chase Young back. But, again, what does that look like? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of this hinges on what happens with Derek Carr. A lot of it hinges on who the next head coach is. I mean, there's just so many moving parts and pieces for the Saints team that there's not like a one-size-fits-all answer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly right. And one of the things that we've talked about a lot, John, too, is this is going to be 1 year of the many years of work that is to come for New Orleans. And so that's something I would keep in mind here, too, is that you're looking at kind of 1 year, the first year of rebuilding the trenches, of adding those playmakers, of doing all those things. And then that work is going to have to continue for another couple of years.
Yeah. Look, and the thing is, the Saints team, this team believes in building from the trenches within. That's really why, people don't like the picks and stuff, and what they know, they're so predictable what they're doing. I mean, that's kind of where the philosophy lies. The thing is, some of the guys they brought in this year, like a Lucas Patrick, a Shane Lemieux, a Ole Udo, they fit the Kubiak system, but obviously Patrick hadn't been available that much, you know what I mean? And Lemieux got hurt, and Udo hasn't panned out to be what they probably thought he could be. And so there's just so many different things that have happened. Taliesin Fwanga season. Yes, receiver help is an area. They got to upgrade there too. Toss to Edwards-Helaire on the second down. Gets maybe a yard. So 3rd and 9 coming for the first Saints offensive drive. It's like, not Bobby Wagner. Levante David. Who else?
Yeah.
That's not surprising. All right, 3rd and 9. Expect them probably to try something over the middle. Rattler from the gun. Williams is in there for extra protection. You got
Juwan over the middle.
MBS at the bottom. Foster, Juwan, and then Cedric Wilson Jr. Pressure's getting there. Pockets breaking down. Rattler's doing some improvisation. Throwing on the run. Not there. Saints will punt. 3rd and 9. 4th and 9. Bucs will get the ball back. This is what we were concerned about. What team shows up in the second half, and that's one possession, but now that breaks the streak. And it was Kevin Austin Jr. up top. I'm sorry, not Cedric Wilson Jr.
They go 2-by-2.
That's good movement by Rattler, though, on that. I mean, I know it's first time we see Matt Hayball today.
Yeah. He was trying to get somebody to go upfield, it looked like.
Yeah.
Or downfield, rather. Little Tampa 2 coverage by Tampa. No big surprise there. They wanted Juwan over the middle. That's what we said pre-snap.
Rico Payton and JT Graham playing meet at the punt returner.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I gave both of them shout outs during the pregame show.
Yeah, no doubt. Best player available. I hope it's not best player available. I know that's kind of their philosophy and strategy, but you got so many needs that if you draft something that is best player, I'm gonna struggle with it. I just am going to struggle with it. Like, I get that's your philosophy or whatever, but
I think you got to go best player available with positional need in mind.
Correct. Yes, I'm totally in. So if they value, okay, we need a safety more than we need a this or whatever, like that I can get that.
Yeah, like if the best player available on the board in round 1 is, Malachi Starks, the safety, pick somebody else. Like that's just, I like Malachi Starks. He'd be great in the second round, but not the dude that I'm going to draft with my top 10 selection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think on my I did way too early 4-round mock. I took Michael Williams in Georgia start.
Oh yeah.
And then some people are like, why? And they don't like him. But then I went with the trenches again. Walter Nolan from Ole Miss, Mason Taylor in the 3rd round, Shamar Turner, another DT from TAMU, Jaden Roberts, IOL from Alabama, and then Sebastian Castro, a DB from Iowa. That was my way too early mock, which that's exactly what it is. That's way too early.
Yeah. No, but it's good. Like, it's good to have that out and everything, because it's just introducing
but again, heavy focus on the trenches. Yeah, heavy focus on the trenches and heavy focus on reinvesting. Like that's what I would like to see them do, is go with some young guys on that line. You know what I mean? Like,
yep,
you're going to have some pain through that, but good Lord, I mean, this is not like, I don't know.
Yeah,
give the attention and just go through the bumps and bruises. That's all I'd say. So, and if you got a defensive coach that can do that, okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look and see what my mock draft was. I know my first pick was Mason Graham out of Michigan.
Yeah, somebody asked if Mason Graham, but not lasting till 10.
Could no
what
one
about
knows.
Genty?
I'd take Genty if he's on the board, depending upon what else is there. I have no problem with that either, right? That's what we talked about with having those, getting those playmakers, getting those playmakers on the offense. I think that's got to be a big focus. My number one prospect for New Orleans this offseason, like if there's any player that I would take for them, if I was like, okay, you can pick one, it's Teteroa McMillan, the wide receiver out of Arizona, easily.
Oh, I like it. I like a wide receiver too. I really like a wide receiver, just because they need another playmaker besides Olave and Shaheed. And look, I think they could try to re-sign MVS in the offseason, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like there's no question about Chris Olave's future playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Scatterboo, I'd take if he's available in the 3rd or 4th. Yeah, easy.
I know
he's
kind of made his
running
name.
back class.
Yeah, I do too. Look, 2 questions about him.
Yeah, I'm not taking him at 10, but I'd take him in the 3rd or 4th round if he's still available. Or I could justify 2nd round too, depending upon how his draft process goes. But right now, he's considered a 3rd or 4th round guy.
Yeah, that's the thing is, you put out a lot of the film, but now the time is you're going to get to learn a lot of these prospects and all that stuff and what they do in pro days and stuff. 3rd and 4 now for the Bucs as they try to get a first down. I think they false started, so now it'll be 3rd and 9. All right, so 3rd and 9 now for Tampa. Yeah, I Scatterbo might be at the Senior Bowl. I think you're right on that one. I have to check the latest rosters, but they change it. Like, if you accept an invite for the Senior Bowl now, you at the bowls, you have to actually participate. You can't just like stay. You invite and accept and not participate. So it is a change they made. I'd be interested to see. The Saints love them some Senior Bowl. So 3rd and 9 now. Cam rushing from the inside. Mayfield going. Oh, he's picked off. Jordan Howard. Good job.
Big takeaway time. That's the Saints' first takeaway in the last 3 games.
Boy, oh boy, Jordan Howden. Good for him. Good for him. I know he's had it looks like Granderson got a tip on it. Yep, Granderson got a finger on it, and that changed the trajectory of the ball, and Jordan Howden picked him off.
Nice. Good break on the ball by Howden, too. I think he gets that pick regardless of Granderson getting his hand. It certainly helps. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's a nice play. Really nice play. I think that's the thing is you just want to see more consistency from a guy like Carl Granderson too. I think it can be there, but it sounds like, but clearly Todd Grantham wasn't the guy for their defensive line.
Oh
Because
yeah,
they've responded way more on the Brian Young. So tight end from Iowa. Hey, you can't go wrong with a tight end from Iowa, right? Like that's just like you said, North Dakota State, and like the offensive lineman, tight end from Iowa. That's always going to work out pretty well,
right.
I think. So Panthers scored. Thank you, Paul. 24 up on that one, man. Falcons just can't put them away. Let's see what happened. Bryce Young to Tommy Tremble. Good for him. Bryce Young going off.
First takeaway for the Saints since week 14 at the Giants.
Yeah, that's been a long time coming. Is that something you put out on social?
Yep, just dropped it.
Nice. So I can retweet you accordingly.
Preach.
Another fun part.
Starts with the Jordan. Oh yeah, you already got it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think trading back is their MO though. That's the problem. If they trade back and get more draft capital, I mean, they got presumably 6 picks in the top 150. That's a good spot to be in.
Yeah.
And look, if they trade anybody in the offseason, that's also another thing. If they can try to get some draft capital, but if Washington, I mean, a wild card, I think that it's between picks 20 and 22, maybe, or 24, or something like that. I'd have to look at it again, but that matters too, how far Washington goes in the playoffs. And then you get the comp picks, the third round tacked onto that. All right, Saints. Fresh set of downs.
Good field position too.
Yeah. Edwards-Helaire on the outside. Man, he's got some elusiveness.
Oh yeah, he can move. Yeah, I mean, when your defense is starting you off on the better side of the 40, that's nice.
Tight end from Bowling Green, Fanning.
Oh, Harold Fannin Jr. Harold Fannin Jr., one of my favorites.
Somebody asked about losing. It depends on the other games. I think the highest they can get is 8.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Another handoff. That's to Jamal, it looks like, and it didn't go anywhere. So might have lost a yard. Boy, he's wide open as everything. Watch this replay on the Panthers game. If they could get Bryce Young some help and some things in Carolina, man, I'm not saying they're going to rapidly turn things around, but they'll make it a little bit more interesting.
That's the type of rebuild process that you're looking at here in New
Correct.
Orleans. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Get the quarterback right, get that figured out, build around the quarterback, and then add the quarterback. That's what a place like Detroit did. But like
some misdirection there, Rattler.
Ooh,
got to catch that. I don't know if it was going back, but Cedric Wilson Jr. at the target there, close to, looked like it might have been turned around, but let's watch this one working on McCollum. He tried to haul it in, probably a little behind him, actually, or a pretty good bit behind him. Tried to put him in and get a position to do it. Yeah. Rattler missed that one. That is probably the worst throw he's made today.
Yeah, I was just behind him.
4th and 4, big field goal attempt for Groupie.
Groupie hit from 63 and 64.
49. This is the interesting range, the 40.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's online and good. 19-13
Nice.
Saints. Hey, I don't understand. They end up winning this game. I swear, dude. It's nuts.
Yeah, Rattler knew he missed that throw.
Yeah.
He knew he missed that one.
But, hey,
Right,
points
still
off
got
a turnover.
That's right.
Points off a turnover. That's what matters. 553. Let's see. 4-play, 6-yard drive.
Oh my goodness. Blake Groupie drilled that.
Yeah. Nah, he's looked good. I mean, I know Charlie has the leg, and that'll be a fun competition in the offseason, presumably. So, but I tell you what, man, it's groupies look pretty good. Again, in a season that's looked like crap, there are some silver linings.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm usually more of a glass half full guy, but
Not all there. All right, give me 1 sec, buddy. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it, dude. Some more people continue to join in. Hello, TikTok fam. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being here. Mainstream is on Second and Saints. I just put this up to see what happens and all that stuff. So, again, but it's again a very good effort by the Saints today. I'd say that. And again, even if they lose this game, I feel pretty good about what they've been able to put together. But again, can they play 4 quarters consistently? I'm okay with them losing if they can put together 4 quarters of football and play complementary football. And so far, special teams looks good. They've had some good moments on defense and good moments on offense. This is all I can ask for. But will they finish, and can they hold the Bucs out in this next drive? We'll see. But it's been a fun one so far. Commercials. Let's see if there's any questions. Nothing right now in the chats. Okay. Again, appreciate you guys being here on the stream. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe. That's the biggest thing, because we got a lot of fun off-season content going, me and Ross. And so definitely support him on Locked On. But this channel is ours, and I'm going to be charging ahead. So we really appreciate all the subscribers and all the viewers and all that good stuff. So, all right. So it's about less than 21 minutes left now in the Saints season. All right. What you got, Saints defense? Wonder how they're going to improve this kickoff rule in the offseason, too. I think that's going to be another topic of discussion that has nothing to do with this game, but just random thoughts from my head. Wow. Tom Brady saying the Saints PR team gave him a tablet for a gift today. You guys know what that is. That's hilarious. Oh, gosh. All right, here we go. Bucs shotgun. McMillan, little toss play. Great play by Cam Jordan to start. Man, I tell you what. That was a good play by Cam. Did not get fooled there. Going from the outside, just reads it and makes the tackle. I mean, that's a veteran play. That's what you want to see. Loses, loses 6. Tackle for loss, though. That's good. Good job by Cam. I really believe him and Tyron are back next year. I just don't think they're going to be at the price tag. So they'll find a way to try to figure that out. And they probably know that, too. And they've expressed that they want to stay in New Orleans. And the only reason why they won't be here is if New Orleans doesn't want to keep him. Mayfield to Evans. He's got another catch. If you're on Mike Evans' watch, he's just now to 40 yards. So he still needs 59, I think. He needed 89 to come in. So pretty crazy. Oh, man. Sorry. Saints PR. Yeah. Definitely help our job a lot. Help us do our job much better. All right, so 3rd and 7 now. So you got a little confusion here on who they're going to bring. A couple of people go in. Mayfield going deep. He's got a wide open Evans, but it's overthrown. I don't know if they weren't on the same page or what, but woo, Saints dodged a bullet there. That was a dodging of the bullet for sure. Yeah, he beat Amadi. I mean, it wasn't even close. He would have probably taken that one in. That's tough. That is tough. You hate to see it. You know what I'm saying? All right, 4th and 7. Bucs punting here. They did not get off a good punt. Wow, almost blocked. It's rolling forward now. Gosh, what in the heck was that? That was one of the ugliest punts I think you'll ever see. It looked like it was about to get blocked. That was a Rizzy special magic play. Oh, gosh. Foskey and Gray there. Prentice there, close to getting a block. That was ugly. Foskey got a hand on him. Prentice right there, too. Man, what a crappy punt. That goes down as a 14-yard punt. 1-4. Gosh. I can't hear you, Ross. I don't know. Your audio's not there.
No, that was my fault. See, I had such a good joke when I came in too, because I had said, "Imagine punting."
Another Foster catch. Flag down though.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing about these Hart Nola shirts. Whenever you're on social media and you see just somebody randomly drop a link that's like, here's a link for the shirts, guys. Don't give them your money.
Foster got a unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. Okay. He said he threw the ball.
I mean, heaven forbid you throw a football.
Man, didn't really show what he did, but yeah, Todd Bowles in trouble if the Bucs lose. I mean, probably. It'd be crazy. I mean, win the division 4 straight years and then you get fired because of this. That's or they wouldn't win the division maybe, but still tied up in Atlanta, 24-24. 2nd and 19 now, so this is a self-inflicted wound right here. But you can chip away at this and make it 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 if you manage it right. Rattler under pressure, and he gets sacked. Diaby.
Going backwards.
Diaby.
So here we go.
Diaby. So there it is. This is what we were afraid of and knew was probably coming.
Yeah, the second half. And in particular the third quarter, right? Like,
Third and 23. Eesh.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in a 2nd and 19 situation, you know it's an obvious passing down. You can pin your ears back. You can come after the quarterback.
They're just going to run. Yep.
Yeah, you got to just run this.
Jamal,
yeah.
And Jamal picks up a few, like 4. Usually you get more yards than that, but goodness.
Give Hayball a chance to try to pin him back or something and force a long drive and just try to survive this third quarter.
I don't know if it knocked him out of field goal range or what. See, they're at the 40, so this would be 57 for Groupie. Or 58, sorry.
Aren't they on the other 40, though?
No, yeah, the other 40. I'm sorry. Yeah, the penalty. That's my bad.
Yeah.
That's
they're
tough,
on the wrong
man.
side of 50 for that.
I'll tell you what, that is tough. Had a golden opportunity, and that's the thing is the Saints have had these opportunities, and they just cannot capitalize, finish, do what they need to do here. But they have a chance to pin them inside the 20. That wasn't a particularly good punt. So 36 yards to the Tampa.
Imagine punting.
Yeah, what's up with punting today? Yeah, you got to be smart. Can't take a penalty.
Yeah, and Foster will be the first one to tell you about like the mental errors and shooting themselves in the foot and all that other stuff too. So he knows.
Cannot do that.
I will say too, I also couldn't tell what he actually did because the replay didn't actually show anything, and so I also don't know if he did anything that's actually that bad. This is usually a situation where I'd go and check in with Jeff Nowak, who's on the sideline, and see if he's tweeted anything about it, but it was on the other sideline.
Right, yeah.
How about this game, dude? How about that Lions and Vikings game tonight? 14-2 versus 14-2. Insane.
Yeah, I'm excited. I took the Lions in that one.
Me too.
I think if it was played in Minnesota, it would be different, but I got to pick the Lions, man. Nathan Shepard got held, and he sold it pretty well, unless he actually really got held. That's coming back, though. He's pleading his case. Ugly football. Michael, not good, Bob.
Not good, Bob. Oh, how about DeFi, though? DeFi and DeMario on that
Got
spot.
his arm. Yeah. I don't know why Tom Brady keeps calling DeMario.
Imagine you'd know.
I know. Yeah, Saints' run defense now has only given up 63 yards from 277. Ball start. 2nd and 21 now. Golly, Tampa is just imploding. Andrew, the score right now is 19-13. And Panthers, Falcons is 24 up. Todd Bowles shot meme.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
2nd and 21. Obvious passing situation. I mean,
yeah.
Mayfield's going to take off, run. Will Harris loses a little bit. And looking, Mayfield got a pretty good bit of that back. So he's going to set up a interesting 3rd down.
Yeah, I mean, to take a 2nd and 21, I turn it into a 3rd and 6. That's a big win.
Yeah.
And this is what Mayfield's been able to do all game, is just step up in the pocket and everything. Like, they just have not had any. Yeah, they haven't had the interior pressure that they need.
3rd and 6 now. Pressure's coming. Mayfield stands in there, gets it away. He's got him. And that's a 1st down. And a little bit more. His 3rd quarter is about to end. Tyron is calling for OPI or something, but so that's going to end the 3rd quarter now. So 19-13, 15 minutes left in the Saints season. Oh boy. I don't think that was Todd Bowles that he hit on the sideline. There's somebody else. Fabian says he needs 30 more yards from Evans. Nothing worse than trying to work on betting and watching this game. It's so painful.
Right.
Almost as bad as fantasy football, but when you put money on it,
So this reminds me of earlier in the season, DeMario in the Browns game, if I remember correctly, talking about how we got the lead in the 1st quarter. If we got the lead in the 4th quarter, got to win. There you go. So here they are, right? Chance to do exactly that.
They're in position. I mean, that's the thing. They are in position to win this game. Now, whether they do it or not, it's up to them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know how Deion Sanders just be having all this time to do stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, boys, coaching a college team, and when you're coaching in college, you got to recruit all year long because you got to bring people in, but you also got to keep your dudes there. He's doing Geico commercials and TV shows and all that stuff. It's like, bro, what are you doing? He'd have to give all that up if he were doing if he were an NFL coach.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe not the commercials and everything, because you can film those in the off season, everything like that. But like these TV shows and stuff like that, like, man.
Keep Carr for backup until the Saints can release him without hurting the cap. Well, that's
kind of pricey backup.
Yeah, that's very pricey backup, and I don't think that's going to work out the way you think it will. All right, so let's see what happens here. Fourth quarter.
You know, it would be really interesting, though. Like, let's play that hypothetical out a little bit. Let's say the Saints keep Derek Carr, go in the next year, but they decide Spencer Rattler's the starter and he's going to be the backup. What if that happens and Kirk Cousins sticks around in Atlanta to be the backup behind Michael Penix Jr.? Because there's been a lot of reports that could still be a thing.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting, like, flip on its head from what you're typically expecting of the NFL.
Yeah, it would be. I don't know. A false start again. Bucs, man, they just making all these mental errors today, dude. Crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't see a situation of that, but
I don't either, but
it's a question that they're going to have to answer. They're going to have to figure that out, like whether or not they're going to want to keep him. Panthers touchdown. Thank you, Paul. With the Band-Aid off. I mean, I think that's the thing is, you know, how are you going to view this team next year? And I think that's the problem of where they've been at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're convincing yourself you can compete in this crappy division, and 4 years straight, you just haven't been able to. A run to the outside on 1st and 15. Chase Young with a nice play there. About to see a Panthers upbreak. Bryce Young, man. Golly, he's dealing, bro. Gosh. Even more. 31-24. It's wild, dude. Bryce Young's going off.
All right, third and long situation coming up. About as easy as it gets for Bryce Young right there, man.
Third down or second 13 field. Got Evans up towards the 50, close. Sorry, I was looking at Nathaniel says his buddy's dad's good. Good, awesome.
Glad good, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Very glad to hear that.
That's scary.
Wayne says on TikTok, I'm a Bama and Saints fan, so Bryce is bittersweet. Yeah. Yeah, guess that's good for you, Andrew, if the Cowboys don't do so well.
Yeah.
What a surprise there, too. 3rd and 3 now. Mayfield from the gun. He's taking off again, and he's going to get the first down. And the Bucs are across midfield. He actually might have hurt Nephi Sewell. Looked like he was hanging his shoulder a little bit there.
Oh, no. That would put Orgy there, I guess.
I think Orgy was already in. But they shift around, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Unnecessary for Baker to take a hit like that, though.
Very.
Nephi's still in there, so I think he's okay.
Yeah. Maybe just a little stinger situation.
Yeah.
A little Darren Rizzi action.
Who goes right there? Saints get almost sack, and Mayfield takes off, and he gets extra yards. Another one of those. Almost sack into a positive play.
Still no sacks for the Saints defense so far, right?
Saints at first round pick. It would be 10th right now, and the best they can get is 8th, Andrew. With the score right now for those on TikTok, 19-13. Shepard had him. I guess Mayfield kind of got a little stiff arm. It looked like when the Saints were down in the secondary. I didn't see who it was. I couldn't tell, but towards the instant replay. Getting pretty chippy down there. Oh, man. Well, 11:54 to go. 3rd and 2 now for the Bucs. It's a pretty important play here, to say the least. Yeah, Andrew, I agree. The Saints have to hit their draft this year. This year. They're in field goal range, the Bucs are, but this is going to be a long field goal attempt, too. Design run to the left, and that did not go anywhere. Wow, what a play by Body. What nice a bad play call. Jeez. They pulled the QB Eagles from Tecmo Super Bowl. Yeah, it's a QB sweep to the left, and Ugo Amadi just blew by Tristan Wirfs, like not even close. But I think I might have took him out of field goal range. Bucs staying on for 4th and 8 now. I mean, they have to.
That was an excellent play by Ugo. Holy
yes,
crap.
Tyler Evans is still playing. He's in there on 4th and 8 right now. All right. Here it is, 4th and 8. They did. Oh, boy. Play clock. Now they got to use a timeout. That might not be a smart move. 2 left now, 10:49 left. My gosh, I don't understand what that play was.
Yeah. I don't know what that call was at all.
Yeah, LJ, I like other players showing up on this one. You know, I mean, that's good. I mean, like, if we're being fair, Ugo Amadi shouldn't be playing in that spot right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a guy right there, but a play like that is a good one. I mean, that's
he's been
film to put out.
He's been awesome.
He's more of a core special teams player, you know what I'm saying? But he does provide depth for you. All right, here we go. 4th and 8. Mayfield from the gun. Saints rush 5. Mayfield going deep. He's got McMillan inside the 20.
Oof.
Beats Ugo Amadi there, and that is a huge play for the Bucs. 1st and goal now. Tyler, I'm doing live like it's on Fox, local Fox here for me. And then the full stream is on Second and Saints on YouTube. That's what we're working off of. Huge hookup for Mayfield. Definitely his best throw of the game. That's depressing. Jeez, the Bucs get an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. This is another one that has happened after the play. Like, this officiating crew is definitely getting there.
Still a big opportunity to lose.
Yeah, that's huge. So that takes them from the New Orleans 9 to the New Orleans 24. It's doesn't look like the officials really loved there in Tampa. Cheer, whatever that is.
Oh, he did a little
serious holding. Mariota's in the game for the Commanders. Ugo's playing so much because he's their nickel corner. Like, he's their nickel guy. That's why he's playing there. They don't have anybody else that would play there, really. I mean, if Ugo's not playing there, I don't know who else would step in there. Shamar? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could move Alante back inside and then start Shamar and then put Shamar on the outside. Yeah, you could roll. They like Howden's versatility enough that they could probably put him at nickel if they wanted to or if they needed to. I don't think you want to shuffle Alante anymore, though. Like, they've already done.
Well, and Wayne brings up about putting Alante back in the slot. Like, I'm a huge advocate. You are too, of bringing back Paulson on a 1-year prove it deal, I guess, essentially.
Yeah. And then I would take Alante and then start him in base opposite Paulson. And then when you go to nickel, move him inside and put Kool-Aid on the outside.
And it depends on the defensive scheme, because we're assuming that the Saints are going to play a lot of nickel and do all this other stuff. Like, that was Dennis Allen's tendency.
Right.
We don't know what they're going to do next. A lot of delay here. I don't know what the heck's going on, but jeez, this is not a good look. Officials taking L's.
Shocker.
Nothing like it.
Shocker.
Are they trying to figure out if that's a second unsportsmanlike conduct or something? Like, I don't know. I don't understand what they're discussing. Are they trying to figure out if it's first and goal from the 24 or is it first and 10 from the 24? I mean, it was inside the 9, so it should be first and goal, right? Like, but golly, they look so lost out there. What the heck is going on? First and 10 now, okay. First and 10, not first and goal. Shahid's looking good for the start of next season. Yeah, I'd say so. I think you would be. Yeah, LJ, I just hope the Saints come out and this game healthy. That's all you can ask for. Yeah, I don't know, Nathaniel. I don't know what we're watching, honestly. This is crazy. So now it's first and 10 because that was the discussion. It was inside the 9. So they put it originally first and goal from the 24, but then it's supposed to be first and 10 from the 24 because of the dead ball fouls. I think the explanation that they're saying. Cue the Benny Hill music. Now Darren Rizzi's trying to get explanation.
Yeah, I don't understand how you go from what would have been a first and goal, take a penalty, and then somehow get a fresh first and 10. I don't understand that.
I don't know. This is insane. This is one of the biggest delays. And to see, they don't want to put instant replay of penalties on there or something like challenge. You just delayed the game over stupidity. I mean, Ronald brings up a point there about if that should have been the same thing for Foster penalty. I'd have to go back and see what that was. There was some holding on John Ridgway, it looked like, and I think they called it.
Jesus.
John Ridgway got held there. Somebody said cue the Benny Hill music. Yeah, it's about time. So now they're going backwards. They were just at the 9 and then went to the 24. Now they're back to the 34. What the heck is going on, man? Somebody says the refs got Bucs money line.
Cat said this feels like a scene out of The Replacements.
Yeah. First and 20 now from the 34. Or is it the 34? It's 32 because they called it 22. Mayfield back from the gun. Back to pass. Rush is not there. Going deep. Oh, a touchdown to McMillan.
Oof.
Wow,
Oof.
I don't know.
You get all that and then surrender a touchdown.
Yeah. That's the Saints defense in a nutshell.
Yeah.
As of right now, touchdown Bucs. Looks like a touchdown to me. What a throw. What a one. Wow, that was a beautiful.
Oh, yeah, that's a touchdown.
Just like that, the Saints are about to trail. Second half team, man. Can't play four quarters of football. Jalen McMillan scored from Baker Mayfield Broderick. All right. So extra point, 10:09 left, and it's 20-19 Bucs. Just like that. Crazy. Like I said, I'm not surprised because we expected the Saints to lose this game, but you know, for them to lose a lead like that, I mean,
yeah,
come on.
Yeah, especially after another strong start in the first half to just again fall apart in the second half. I think the part that's so disappointing about it, John, is that yeah, we expected it to be the case and everything like that, but it's that it's happening like this again, right?
Yeah,
And this has been the issue for New Orleans over the course of the past few years too, is all of the things that they say every single week about what went wrong have been the same things. And that has continued here to finish up this season. And I think that's the thing that's really disappointing is that part, right? Like not having the ability to play the full 60 minutes.
And here's the thing. This puts the pressure on Rattler and Kubiak because Kubiak's play calling comes into focus here. And the worst thing you could do now offensively is run 3 and out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
and they had play drives or they had drives of 11, 10, 14, and 10 plays to start this game. And since then they've gone 3 and out, 4 plays, 3 and out.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know that Joe Woods will be back. I mean, I think that's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And not surprising. You know what I mean? Yep, we need to see first half Rattler.
Nice.
That's the reason DA is gone. Yeah, defense. I mean, that was supposed to be their bread and butter, and they weren't, only good for 1.5. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like that. So we'll see. I mean, they got an opportunity. What they do with it, we'll see.
Yeah, they got a shot.
You're telling me they have a chance. Last game of the year, can't hold anything back, right?
Can't hold anything back now.
I mean, that's a hell of a throw by Baker, man. I cannot believe he did not get in the Pro Bowl. I really can't.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, I credit where credit's due. And that's one of the cool things about our job is, look, get to enjoy a little bit of everything. Like, one of my best memories is seeing Lamar Jackson play in person. Like, I love that. Falcons scored. Thank you, Paul. 31-31 there. Again, who would have thought that would have been the most competitive game of the day?
Right.
Crazy. And the thing is, now with 10 minutes to play, this brings the crowd back into it in a big way. And again, the pressure's on the Saints. Got the Falcons touchdown. Let's see. It's like Drake London. Well, look at Drake London. All right, let's see. Saints personnel. You got MVS, Clyde, Prentice. This looks like an obvious running situation right here. Jawan Foster. I mean, yeah, it is a run. Clyde gets maybe 2. I mean, the personnel is so telling. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got
this
one receiver, all this other stuff. So it's just... All right, 9:45, 9:43 left. 2nd and 9 for the Saints. Rattler from the gun. This looks like a passing down here. And Bucs bringing the house. Oh, Rattler almost picked, but golly, gets it to MVS for a big gain.
Oh, nice.
Looked like McCollum had that for a pick. Look, Chris Olave's on the sideline for anybody who's wondering where he's at. Oof. I don't know how he didn't get out of it in a pick 6 if he got that. Maybe. Oh, what a throw. Oh, my gosh. That's a good job by MVS, though. Man, great play. Great play. Yeah, Spencer Rattler, can he answer? He's over 200 today. I mean, good for him on that. Let's see how they continue. That's a big first down for the Saints. And they're going to have to burn a timeout now because of the play clock. That's been an issue. Substitutions, all this other things. Like, they've had that problem a lot this year.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul, he definitely had some mustard on that throw.
Mustard.
And he wanted Atlanta to miss the playoffs. Now I think about it, Tampa not making the playoffs for 5 straight seasons, and Atlanta getting beat in the first round. Yeah, I don't care who is between Atlanta and Tampa. They're not going to win the first round, so they're going to get beat for sure. Trevor Penning on his development. We talked a little bit about Trevor Penning earlier, DJ. I mean, he was the talk of the offseason at first, like training camp. Everybody's wondering if this guy was even going to get, stay as the starter. I think he's done just fine. Some area that I don't think they have to worry as much about. I'm not saying Penning has been perfect or anything like that, but I think it's not an area of concern for them. JP says Tampa would beat the Vikings. I don't know, man. Depends on what Sam Darnold shows up. I think they'd have their hands full with Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, and I would take Kevin O'Connell to out-scheme Todd Bowles pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so too. I mean, it's the constant chess matchup you want, right? Like it's like a McVay against somebody,
Yeah.
I don't think Tampa can get the 3 seed. Paul says if they get a 3 seed, they can beat the Commanders. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, I don't think they can get that.
Let me see. Let's look at the standings. I'm like 99.9% positive, but let's look at the conference real quick.
The NFC West would be the closest one.
Well, hello, work. Conference. No, I wasn't asking for the Buffalo Bills schedule, but thanks for that. Saints will see the Buffalo Bills next year in Buffalo. Yeah, Rams are 10-6. I mean, I guess there might be a chance, but it's going to come down to, I think, what division? Strength of schedule is almost identical. Strength of victory, conference. Rams are 6-5. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Could be hosting Washington. Maybe. I don't know. Interesting. We'll see. Bucs win, Rams lose. Bucs are 3 seed. It's a lot of stuff going on. There's your scoreboard across the NFL right now. Again, that score in the Falcons and Panthers game being the most. Whoever took the over in that game, good on you, man.
Yeah. If you listen to, actually, there was a show I was on not too long ago. Peacock and Williamson, we were talking about this game, that game, and we said take the over on that one.
That was
I
interesting.
think it was only at like 48.5 or something.
This is MVS. Slip. That's when it just missed. I think MVS slipped on that route. That would have been an easy matchup or easy hookup. Or Rattler just not even there. Like that's the struggles there. So you'll see it on the replay.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
2nd and 10 now. Rattler in the gun. Mims motioning out right. Looks like Prentice is in there as a blocker. Rattler's got time. And he gets sacked. Vita Vea.
Yikes.
It's a big one.
Yeah, that pass
Third
to
and long
Valdez
now.
Scantling. That pass to Valdez Scantling was to the outside. Maybe there was some miscommunication about how he was going to break off that route or something like that. But where he was.
Big reason why you got to invest in that middle, man. You know, it's just blocking Vita Vea is a tough challenge in itself, but that's not surprising to see him win that rep. It's 3rd and 18. Clock is running down again. Play clock. They're going to have to burn another timeout. Or take a delay a game or get a false start. Good Lord.
Yeesh.
Delay a game now. 3rd and 23.
Jeez.
This is the stuff. Like this
Absolute.
Is the peak Saints. This is why they are a 5-11 team. Yeah, I agree, Paul. He's a grown A asterisk man. So 3rd and 23, I guess you're going to call a little bit of a run or something. I mean, you're on the opposite side.
Yeah, such a shame, too, because they could have easily played their way into another field goal range, take the lead back, all the other stuff.
Rattler going deep. Nobody's there. Almost picked off, too. Edwards has had a shot on it. Mike Edwards is down now.
So Rattler went from being 21 of 28 to being 2 of 7 in the second half, it looks like. Hello.
Yep, first half was 1. I mean, the play action's nice, but not when you are on 3rd and 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the criticism. I mean, something on Kubiak, like, what second half are you doing? You know, this is the problem. This is what is going on here. All right, so under 8 minutes to play, Saints trail 2019, facing a 4th and 23 from their own 38-yard line. Meanwhile, in that Carolina Falcons game, it is 6:15 to play. Carolina has the ball.
Bryce Young just hit
A deep right pass. They're inside Atlanta territory.
I think he hit your guy.
Jatavian Sanders.
Yeah.
With Jesse Bates in coverage. Jatavian Sanders, that was one of my draft crushes. Yep. Had a few of them. All right. If we lose, what pick do we get? I mean, I think it depends.
Depends on the rest of
depends on some of these other games, but the best they can get is 8th. They're probably going to stay at 10th, but I mean, the teams that were around them.
Yeah, Chicago's one of them.
They're up. They're up 2 right now in Green Bay.
Okay.
With 2 minutes to play.
Las Vegas is there.
Yeah, and they play later.
Okay, Jets, Carolina, and Jacksonville are the other ones at 4 and 12.
And
the only ones that have a weaker strength of schedule than New Orleans are the Jets and the Panthers. So it's really about those two.
Yeah, strength of schedule hurts the Saints actually in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Via should add us another 0 to his jersey. Rico close on that. Zach Wood, special teams tackle. All right, for it. First half Saints. Yeah, week 1, 2, and 18. First half Saints. Yep. 17 penalties today. Golly, man.
Is that in total?
Yeah.
Jeez.
9 on Tampa, 7 on New Orleans. Somebody asked, is it possible the Saints to clutch? Tampa picks up a holding call, so Saints have 2 timeouts, 7:38 to play, so a stop is going to be obviously critical. Analysis. Hashtag analysis.
Hashtag analysis, baby.
Touchdown Panthers. Wow.
Oh, wow. Carolina.
My gosh, Atlanta. Are you going to Atlanta? 4:01 left to play.
Boy.
Let's go to it real quick. Is it Bryce Young again? Bryce Young, another touchdown run. Goodness, Bryce Young is him game. How about that?
Thrown for 3 and has rushed for 2. So he's responsible for 5 total touchdowns in that game.
Here's your comment, Ross. Had him in the first half, not go lie.
Yeah, that's right. Had him in the first half.
How many? Nathaniel, officiating's bad all around. I don't care what team it is. And again, there's no bias. There's crap penalties. And until the NFL actually says we're going to get full-time officials, nothing's going to change.
Yeah. Full-time officials.
Tyron got hurt. That was who went down. Okay, that's why I was asking about.
Yeah.
And so Tyron went to the locker room too. Oh, he's got a concussion. Sucks. 2nd and 6. Granderson, nice play to stop, and Anthony Orji with playing cleanup. So this is going to be a 3rd and long situation for Tampa. Under 7 minutes to play. There's the Bryce Young touchdown. Wow, look at that. That is insane. Look at Bryce Young. Been going on 3 hours plus in the stream, and you guys are still piling in, so appreciate it. TikTok, thanks for joining too. We're here. So Second and Saints on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Under 6:20 now. Mayfield from the gun. He's got nowhere to go. Pocket's breaking down. He's got Mike Evans. First down, Bucs.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, that is a clutch play. Mike Evans, watch. He's up to 59 yards now. And again, this is the Saints defense. You have an opportunity and you can't make the stop. This is the problem. Tampa's now 9 of 15 on 3rd down. You had a shot. You had a chance. And this is why I think this defense has got to have a major overhaul. Maybe why you got to get a new defensive-minded coach in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would make sense. It would track. So inside 6 minutes now. Mayfield, play action. Pockets breaking down again. Sack by the Saints. It looks like it's Nephi Sewell who gets it. Might split with somebody too. So it's a big play, positive play for the Saints. Get some of these. Mike Thomas reunion now that DA's gone. It's not just about DA, bud. I think that's more of a front office thing. Kirk is bad, but Atlanta spent a lot of money on their D. Yeah, it's right. That is how they're supposed to be, and their defense is getting lit up. Yeah, I like Fuaga.
They spent okay money on their defense. They did enough on defense.
Good stop. 3rd and 14 now, inside of 5 minutes. Boys look gassed. I don't know. Been here all afternoon. Thanks for keeping things going through awful season. Appreciate. Yeah. Hey, look. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it's been a tough season, but thanks for supporting us for sure. On whether it's Locked On, Saints News Network, on Sports Illustrated, or on LouisianaSports.net. We really appreciate you guys. Love hearing Nephi's name. All right. Get this play and we'll get some more of those. 3rd and 14. Mayfield from the gun. There comes pressure. Brazil misses. Mayfield taking off. He's got the first down and more. Golly.
Jeez.
Good Lord. What is that 3rd down defense? That is insane. That is just insane. Picks up 28 yards on 3rd and 14 from the 12. Golly, this is terrible. And so now you had another chance. You might not even give Rattler another shot here.
Yeah.
Now you get Bucky Irving, who's got close to a first down there now. A flag, though. Major overhaul starting. I think it's got to be the defensive line. It's got to start up front. Packers take a lead late against the Bears. I don't know, Michael. Who knows? I didn't see it. Didn't really look at the replay. That's a hold on DeMario, though. All right, so that does stop the clock for now. 3:23 left. Saints got 2 timeouts left here. I don't know, Bo. I mean, I can show a little maybe, but I don't know about TikTok's thing on fair use, all that other stuff. But 1st and 20 now. Mayfield back to pass going a little bit deep. He's got Evans near the sideline. He's going to be short of the first down, but another catch for Mike Evans, who's now at 68 yards. He's got 21 to go.
Force feed him now.
Probably. Texans end up winning. Texans beat the Titans. Eagles beat the Giants. So those 2 games finished up. 17 yards. He's not great. Yeah, I think with Brazil, it's going to be imperative they get the next guy on the out in the building that's going to help develop him, because Ty Grantham wasn't it clearly for them. Irving with the carry, they stop him. No gain there. 3rd and 11 now. Another flag down. 232. That's going to be a back-breaking penalty for New Orleans again.
Oh, no.
Nathan Shepard picks up a personal foul after the play. Too many from him this season. Just too many. Like, I get he's got that motor. He gets to do it. But, man, that is just a brutal penalty to take. Like, it's just stupid penalty to take. Like, dude, there's no need to do that. So, a fresh set of downs for Tampa. 2:32 left. Saints have 2 timeouts, but Tampa's getting close to field goal range now. Handoff. Tucker outside, first down more, and the Bucs are well within field goal range now. 2:26 left as he goes out of bounds. Whew. Discipline. What is discipline? Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. What is discipline?
Tough.
Yeah, I mean, this entire defensive drive has been the epitome of why they're so bad. 2 3rd and longs, and then the quarterback picks them up. Like, that's just maddening. Like, that's just – and then you get a personal foul penalty on it. Like, again, I don't know if Spencer Rattler's going to touch the ball again. That's the crazy part. 2:26 now. Baker from the gun going to Mike Evans. He's got it on the sideline, and he's out of bounds. Another first down. Mike Evans is close. Very close. Mike Evans needs a few more yards. Maybe one more catch will do it. This is crazy. Just absolutely insane. So they should run the ball here. And the thing is, a field goal is not going to totally, like, it doesn't ice it, but man.
It'll do enough, though, I think. Like, you can play for the field goal and make New Orleans burn both of its timeouts, take a 4-point lead.
Irving could have had a touchdown there. I don't know. I mean, he slid down, but 2-minute warning now. 2nd down. Just a complete second half collapse, I think, for this Saints team. And that's the problem. Shamar John Charles was playing on get credited for that Mike Evans tackle. I don't know if Alante's out or if Kool-Aid's out.
I think it's Kool-Aid that's out. Yeah, because I can see Alante and Shamar on my screen.
Bucs now up to 168 yards rushing, with Baker Mayfield having 68 of those.
Jeez.
They had 277 last time. Pats won. It's not surprising. Oh my goodness gracious! This is insane. Titans going to end up getting the number 1 pick.
Wild.
Yeah, John. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's the cycle. Yeah, I mean that's the shoulda, woulda, coulda. That is the epitaph of the Saints in 2024. Actually, the last several seasons. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah, I think the takeaway is thank God the season's actually going to be over with after this.
Merciful.
2 minutes. Hang in there, folks. We're not expecting to win, but good Lord, I'd at least like to see Spencer Rattler get a shot here, but it's not looking good here. Man, oh man. I just
Let me see. So
predictable.
Yeah. 4 straight 10-plus play scoring drives, followed by drives of 3, 4, 3, and 5 plays.
Yeah.
And offensively, only 8 net yards gained in the second half.
Again, we're going to see that they don't play another 60 minutes, and I think that's exactly what Rizzy's going to say. And one of the things, we just didn't play a complete game. Had a great first half. I mean, just is what it is. All right, here we go. Getting close out of the break. Mike Evans needs 5 yards now. Somebody brought in a yardage counter. Second and 2 now. I think Evans is going to get force-fed here. Kool-Aid's back in the game. So Mayfield back to pass. Colin had a shot at him, missed him. Bucky Irving gets a toss out, first down Bucs, and a touchdown Bucs. That will probably seal it. That will probably do it there. Just a little flip out to the Mayfield after Colin Saunders missed him at first, and doesn't look like Mike Evans is going to get his thing.
That's right.
There's your silver lining there. Falcons scored. Oh, my gosh, a minute left in that game. Golly, 38-38. Might be all for naught, though.
Jeez.
Well, congrats, Paul, if you had a Bucky Irving anytime touchdown.
So then what we might get here is Atlanta winning this.
Yeah.
Is Atlanta winning this major game and then not being able to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So at least there's that, I guess.
See, showing the game like this, it's like backwards. It looks weird. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
People are asking on TikTok to show the game. And that's the angle I can give you right now. So see my fabulous Nintendo 64 in the background. Oh, man. Bears win. Sean, thanks for the live stream. You're very welcome. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know next season we might not be able to do as many of those, but happy to do something different. You know what I mean? Might get screwed by us even if they don't play us. Packers locked in the 7th seed, play Philly. Actually stays in the coaching staff. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, that's cool. I know some people can't get the market here, so sorry for the close-up on my face, too, here. The film studies this week. Yes, film study. The Saints defense is bad and stayed bad. I did like what Rattler was able to do in the first half, but again, a complete game for the Saints team is just not there.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do one on the second half of these last 2 games and do a film study on that and just kind of look at like what really happened, over the course of the closing half hour of each of the last 2 games. Like,
right.
Hell of a way to twilight your season, man. Like, to lose in disappointing fashion in a game that no one expected you to win, like, that's tough.
Yeah.
And to do that 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks in a row, but 2 of the last 3 weeks is.
Yeah. So assuming nothing changes, this will be the 4th straight year the Bucs win the NFC South, which the Saints did it right before them. So that's a good question. I don't know why they go limp in the second half. I think some of it has to do with Kubiak's play calling. I think a lot of it has to do with defense not being good at all. Rattler into gun to start, and he finds Foster Moreau out to the right. Looks like he got hurt on that play. That's not what you want to see. That's definitely not what you want to see.
You want Foster?
That's that looked close to ACL territory, dude. I don't know. That would just suck if that's how you get hurt in the last 2 minutes of the season. Jeez. God.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh,
Juwan past the 50. Saints got 2 timeouts still, so they could technically get a touchdown and then 2-point conversion. So, I mean, Commanders win, get the 6th seed. Matt Nagy won't let this happen next season. Come on, bro. Foster still down, getting looked at on that sideline. Nice move by Cedric Wilson. Another Saints first down. They're moving the football inside a minute. You still got 2 timeouts. God, that sucks for Foster if he got something with the ACL. They just ruled Tyrann Mathieu out of the game on the score sheet. All right, 59 seconds left. 1st and 10 Saints. Mike Edwards' return is questionable now. Working out from the 38, it looks like. Rattler from the gun, takes a snap, rolls to the right, just throws it away. I need my parlay to hit. I mean, it's interesting is the Saints covering the spread. That's funny as it is. I think the over-under was 45 in this game. 46.
Yeah, something like that.
45
and then
46.
The Saints were like 13.5 underdogs.
Rattler from the gun on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Good protection. Another threaded to Juwan. Wow. Good. Now it's incomplete.
Yikes. John, I got to run, buddy. I'm sorry. I got to go do sound check and all that.
Appreciate you, dude. Take care.
See y'all in the post game.
Yep. Ross is going to go host the Saints post game show. Yeah, that's definitely put a drop by Juwan. So, all right. Well, 45 seconds to go. 3rd and 10 Saints. Back this up just a tad. I wonder what this is going to be here. It looks like I can't tell where Foster's at now. That really sucks for him, dude. I'd not be surprised if the Bucs take a timeout here. Play clock at 20. Rattler from the gun up. Looks like you got a free play here. And thrown behind to Rattler or for MBS. Won't matter. Free play could have took a shot there. Oh, a lot of you joined on TikTok. Thanks for joining. 2nd and Saints on YouTube. That's where our mainstream is. It's a big mental error there. I'll tell you what. 47 seconds left. Yeah, I like what Juwan's been able to do, LJ. I think it's been a good one. Rattler's at 240 right now, 26 of 40. I think pressure's coming on this play. You got to send some pressure. 3rd and 5 now, 47 seconds left. Bucs send 5. Rattler's getting chased. Rattler gets out of it, throws it away. Oh, actually, he got picked. Nope, he's on the end and at the sideline. Ooh, that was close though. I thought he was throwing it away at first. All right, so it comes down to this. 4th and 5, 40 seconds to go. 1 timeout left for the Saints. Keeping an eye on this Atlanta score. 17 seconds left in that game. All right, you got 15 on the play clock. 12, 11, 10. Breaks the huddle with 10. 9, 8, 7 on the play clock. 5, 4, Rattler from the gun. 3, 2, 1. Gets it off. Rattler back to pass. Too high for Cedric Wilson Jr., and that is going to do it for the Saints season. They are going to go down 27-19 to the Bucs. 36 seconds left to play. That was too high for him. And, well, I don't know what it was. But look, the Falcons don't get into playoffs, so there's that. Crazy. And I would expect the Bucs to try to get Mike Evans his record right here. Like, this is probably what's going to happen. Doesn't look like Wilson Jr. was totally expecting it. Maybe that route way he broke into it and stuff, but so. Well, this would be the ultimate list of petty things to do, right? But this is also a rivalry. They're going to like quadruple Mike Evans. So he's running out, 36 seconds to go. They're probably just going to give something short to Mike Evans. I know the Saints don't want to have this thing go on him, but this is where you're at. It's painful. Mike Evans. That's the thing I know about Mike. He's so unselfish, and again, he wants it, but it's never been. No, I just got something on live. I don't know. See, I don't think I can show this game. That's the thing. But anyways, it's got a restriction on it. Whatever. I don't care. So. Okay, 36 seconds left. They're going to try to get Mike Evans his stuff. Yep. Mike Evans has got the record. I mean, you knew what Mike Evans was going to do. And that's pretty much insult to injury for the Saints. And that's how this season is going to end. With Mike Evans getting the record on the final play. And that's it. Saints are 5-12. That's it. Crazy season. Can't say enough about how you guys have supported us this year, and really thank you. So appreciate you tuning into the live stream. We are going to have a lot of fun stuff coming in. Second and Saints on YouTube for our TikTok crowd. Bucs will be in the playoffs, regardless of what happens with the Falcons and Panthers. So pretty crazy, all things considered. But appreciate y'all tuning in. We will have our post-game show soon enough after all the other interviews and such. So that'll do it for Second and Saints. John Hendricks signing out on behalf of Ross Jackson. Y'all have a good one, guys. Thanks.